Yeah.
Look at AI go, man. Damn.
There it is, man.
It's nailing the Kramer. That's hilarious.
It's the best one out of all of them, actually. Turkey Kramer. All right, man. It is Thanksgiving week. It's upon us here. Holy cow. What setting do they have CERN at that we just zapped from? I swear yesterday it was the inauguration.
Oh, dude, I know. And it's not just like one of those where like, oh, you guys are getting out. Nah, even like the 20-year-old at work was like, I can't believe it's like almost Christmas. And I'm like, yeah, dude. No, it's crazy. They did something to that clock,
Something's going on, man. I mean, we were just talking about it before the show today. We got to get ready for the trip going out to Chicago for the holiday. Excited
Tuesday.
Yeah, man. Absolutely. Excited to see everyone. And then we're like, we got to get our Christmas shopping on, man. It's Christmas time already. Like, I'm seeing the commercials. My neighbors got the lights up already. I mean, we're there. We're in it. It's Christmas.
No, they're already got everything at the stores.
We don't do Thanksgiving really anymore. I feel like we just skip over that into Christmas. That's
Thanksgiving is really just so you can eat something before you go shopping.
Right. That's right. Yeah.
Because now, like, Black Friday, like, starts on Christmas. Remember, actually, I don't know if they did that last year. That might be one good thing about COVID, is it kind of eliminated that, like, they were starting Black Friday on, like, Thanksgiving night.
Yeah, it still happens. I've participated myself in a Friendsgiving, here in Colorado or anywhere where you don't really have a lot of family. A lot of people do the Friendsgiving, and I did a lot of Friendsgivings in the past, but I went to one about 10 years ago with my roommate, Scott Peters, and he said when we were finishing up the Friendsgiving, he's like, "Hey, you want to go over to Best Buy tonight?" I said, "Yeah, why not?" We were kind of drunk. Actually, I'm going to say we were really drunk, and we went out on the midnight Black Friday, waited in line at the local Best Buy in Boulder, Colorado, and stormed the castle when they opened the gate, man. I mean, we were with this mob of people just throwing elbows and fisticuffs and, all for, I think my buddy Scott got a huge ass TV. I remember, we were hauling this bad boy out of there. And there was a moment, I think, where he had like a bit of a tug of war session over this 72-inch TV with this other fat Mexican guy. They were kind of going back and forth. And, the two of us, our powers combined overpowered the other fella. And we were able to, plus we had that liquid courage. We were, sipping on booze the whole night. So it was an interesting experience, to say the least. I'll never do that again, though. I don't know. We were young at the time.
Yeah.
Seemed kind of fun.
Amazon will give you the same deal, and they'll ship it to your house for free.
Yeah, but there was something about the violence that really drew me to the experience.
I got you into that Christmas spirit.
It got me into the season of giving and loving, right? Spreading that joy that we're all about spreading for Christmas. Yeah, the elbows and the fists and the tugging and the pulling and the screaming. Just really, I wanted to just be able to say I did it one time, right?
Yeah, I guess it's a good experience. I don't know.
I don't recommend it for anyone, really. You shouldn't bring your kids along to this whole experience. This is for drunk adults to get violent on Thanksgiving night, basically. That's what Black Friday is all about, traditionally, I believe. But is there anything more American than we're going to get liquored up on Thanksgiving, march our ass to the local store, who cares where it is, we're going to get in line, it's going to be freezing cold, we're going to throw elbows to get in there, and if it comes down to it, we're beating some ass and cracking skulls to get out of here with a nice flat screen TV that may, in the process, get cracked itself. But It's all about the experience, right? It's not
That's
it's not
retarded.
the
That's so retarded.
destination, it's the
Right, it's
journey,
the
right?
journey.
Yeah, so
Right.
you wanna sit there on Christmas
Right.
Day with your cracked flat screen TV and regale all your Christmas guests with that night
Sipping
when you were beating
your
ass and fighting some local neighbors over this TV screen, man.
Some see this as a cracked 70-inch TV, but I call it a battle-scarred
Yeah.
72-inch TV. Yeah.
Yeah, oh, man.
Oh, wow.
Was that me getting the phone call there? Holy cow.
I think it is.
I didn't even think that was possible.
Production crew. I know, Apple just, like, connects everything whether you want it to or not. It's
It
insane.
never used to happen, actually. Why did that just suddenly
I don't
occur?
know. I had to, like, upgrade everything, you know, they make you do the update. And
I
then
upgrade
dude,
myself, yeah.
the next morning, like, somebody called one phone, and it was like that scene from Back to the Future where, like, 5 different things were ringing. Like, literally my iPad, everything started ringing, my computer.
Wow, man, and I'm sure energy provided to make that happen, 1.21 gigawatts! All
Dude,
I can assume.
I'm obsessed with asking the younger guys. A lot of young guys never seen Back to the Future.
Right.
And the ones that have didn't know there was a trilogy, and then they all get like, "What do you mean trilogy?" Like, dude, we ruined the idea of a trilogy because now every movie just has 20 more movies after it, and they don't even stop at trilogy anymore.
Wow. Yeah,
It
the
used to be
trilogy was something special back in the day.
special. Yeah, a handful of them: Star Wars, Back to the Future, Matrix.
You do a trilogy, it felt a little, I don't know, gross to go further than the trilogy. When
For
you hit
sure.
the 4th version, you were doing straight to VHS at that point with your franchise.
Yeah. But even like the trilogy, the second one was like kind of a filler. It was never really the best.
Many argue Empire Strikes Back is the best Star Wars
Star
of the
Wars
trilogy, right?
was
And then I would go out there and say Back to the Future 2, maybe the best of the trilogy.
no
Yeah,
way.
man,
No,
I'm gonna
it's
toss
so
it out there.
dumb.
They go to the
It's so
future, they go to the
dumb.
past, you
No,
got
it's so
you got the
dumb.
hoverboard,
It's so
man.
bad.
Yeah.
It's so bad.
Oh, so good, dude.
Second Back to the
Yeah.
Future is the worst Back to the Future.
I think they nail it with the second movies usually. Look at Godfather Part 2, considered the highlight of the trilogy. Usually the second one is where they nail it,
no
right?
way. Jurassic
Yeah.
Park 2. I don't
Yeah,
think so.
I agree. I think, but
Matrix 2.
well,
Get
oh,
the
yeah.
fuck outta
Oh, man,
here,
that's
dude.
right, yeah.
Come on. Lord of the Rings 2.
Oh, no. Actually, no. I thought the second Lord of the Rings, that's where they have that spectacular battle and
No, that's the one where like it's the gayest battle ever. Isn't that the one where it's like this giant battle that's about to be awesome? It's about to be the most amazing battle, and then some fags on horses show up on the mountainside, and then the war ends.
maybe. I don't I'll be honest. Within the 7.5 to 8 hours of Lord of the Rings that I consumed within those years, man, it all kind of just melds together, and it's just Frodo and that other fat elf like crying together half the time, and Gandalf smoking the pipe. I got nothing left in my memory bank for the
Yeah,
Lord of the
Gandalf.
Rings.
He like fights the monster.
Yeah,
Shall
right.
not pass.
Yeah, and even with
Yeah.
that, I mostly just remember the spoof of it from forgetting Sarah Marshall with what's his name doing it in his underwear. That's all I remember, really.
I don't remember that
Deep
part.
cut reference. I'm gonna
Yeah.
give that out to the real old school classic lovers out there. I don't know. Forgetting Sarah Marshall, is that old school now? Is that a
I
classic?
guess it is. That's an old movie. Yeah, I haven't seen that in 10 years.
It came out a long time ago, right?
Wow. You know what's funny though? I've had a couple of the younger guys tell me, no, I don't really watch older movies. And 80s movies, Back to the Future. That's old. You know what I mean? That'd be like
is.
us when we were kids watching 60s movies, like
40-year-old movies at this point, man. I mean,
yeah.
they
it's
hold up though.
crazy.
I feel like they hold
To
up.
us.
Right.
But then you know what I've had two of them tell me is I don't watch old movies except comedies. The older
All
comedies
right.
are the best.
Yes.
And I was like, yeah. At least they're giving credit to the older comedies. And then I was thinking, like, imagine you were these guys who were born in 2004, 2005. I mean, You're 10 years old in 2014 when Hollywood just decided we can't be funny anymore.
Right.
You know
Yes,
what I
dude.
mean? So you didn't really get to grow up with
I
the
know
good
it.
comedies.
It'd be strange being in high school now. You don't really have. I mean, when we were younger, we had really funny comedies to go to the theater to see. We grew up when American Pie was hitting the theaters,
American Pie,
right?
Half Baked.
Yeah,
I
man.
remember seeing Half Baked in the theater. Like that's
Oh yeah.
hilarious.
No, we were fortunate to grow up at a time when they were still making comedies on a level that was
Yes.
still considered
But what's
funny.
crazy is comedy wasn't where it was today. It was still just shitty bars. You know what I mean? Like shitty comedy clubs. It wasn't like today with the podcast, comedy took off. Like
It is
stand-up
yeah,
comedy.
pretty huge now. I saw Kevin Nealon last week at the Comedy Works South
No
here in Denver.
way.
Yes, man.
Good
Absolutely.
show?
Oh, he killed it, man. My second time seeing him probably in the last year, actually. I think, or it was about a year ago, around the same time, maybe we caught him. Absolutely on fire, man. He's these older guys, these Gen X, late 80s, 90s comics who made their way somehow onto SNL back when SNL was still pretty funny.
Yeah.
These guys are crushing right now. I've seen, Harlan Williams recently. I saw Rob Schneider last year. I'm gonna go check out Adam Carolla this coming January. He's coming to the Comedy Works South. What's amazing about Comedy Works South is it you can avoid downtown Denver and never actually go to Denver and do a comedy show at Comedy Works South,
Beautiful. Beautiful.
which I've
Yeah.
noticed is a trend. I'm coming out to Chicago. I was checking out shows, music acts, comedy acts, anything that we could see, even sports. Nothing good downtown, man.
No, even if you're listening to any podcast you listen to, the comedian will always be like, "And hey, Ed, check me out in Chicago," and then he'll drop a name of a place, and it's either in Schaumburg or Rosemont.
Yes,
It's not even really Chicago, you know?
yeah, it's all about Schaumburg. I know into the Chicagoland area and out here. Uh, Not as much love for the downtown area, but it's getting there. I saw this week they kind of announced that they've got big plans for Denver. Mike, I've been ragging about downtown how we're one of the last remaining cities who are still struggling to get back to pre-pandemic levels of downtown traffic. I'm sure
Wow.
I've read actually Chicago doing really well right now. They're kind
They're
of getting
they're claiming we're past it.
yeah, I statistically from what I'm seeing they are.
Dude,
Chi
you go down there's no way.
Well, here in Denver, we've got a new plan. This was voted on by the Denver Council. My favorite part about the Denver Council: 11 council members, 8 are women. So that we're getting only only the best votes here when it comes to
Yeah.
making Denver great. So
Yeah.
Denver voted in this last election a nearly $1 billion bill to make Denver vibrant again. It's called the Vibrant Denver Plan. And I don't think a lot of people understood what that fully meant, but essentially there was some taxpayer dollars that would normally be, extra revenue allocated back to the taxpayer. No, as I ragged on a few weeks ago, Denver voted unanimously to tax us more, to spend our money and to build ridiculous projects that they've now planned out, being this new vibrant Denver project. And according to this article, their plan is to make Denver the nation's biggest quote unquote play zone.
What does that even mean? What does that even mean?
It means they're going to literally convert some streets that are fully accessible to traffic. They're going to shut them down and make them pedestrian only, right?
No. No, dude, we already have a play zone. It's called Vegas. That's where
No,
adults
no.
go to play.
Not play zone for adults, bro. This is play zone for kids. I am not kidding. Their plan is to open up soccer fields downtown because when you're a parent,
Oh my god.
Where do you want to take your kid? Downtown, where the homeless
Downtown.
people are defecating out in the open, or
Yeah,
where we.
they don't understand. First, you got to get rid of the homeless and the drug addicts.
No,
That's
Mike,
the
don't worry. We're gonna set up these soccer play areas next to the Narcan booths we've set up on every street
yeah,
corner,
right,
so the
right.
overdosing drug addict can get back to it and cheer on the kids as they play the game, man.
That's the whole point.
It's vibrant,
It's the
baby.
whole
Come
point. You got to get
on.
rid of the drug addicts and the homeless. You know, Chicago, you can build whatever you want. Nobody's coming if girls are getting set on fire on the blue line.
Exactly.
That's just
Vibrant Denver, it's going to be a play zone where families can bring their kids to play, right? See, because that's what we need in downtown Denver to boost commerce, to bring business down there. No, we're not going to allocate funds to local business owners to, let's say, open up a bar or a restaurant or,
no.
something that draws actual business downtown.
It's not even like giving the money to the business owners. It's just stop taxing them.
Yes, exactly.
Like there's a guy in Chicago who's trying to propose Michigan Avenue be a tax-free zone.
Okay.
That would probably bring
yes.
business more than your stupid fucking play zone.
Right.
Right.
Dude, well, in my mind, you want to bring some business downtown. How about you start by maybe ending your retarded green energy policies you enacted, which is forcing local businesses to upgrade their ventilation to be
Yes.
more eco-friendly and all that crap. No, stop the green energy nonsense. Put a cap on the minimum wage, man. I mean, these business owners can't afford to pay
Yes.
these employees $19 an hour. We're going to hit $20 an hour by 2027.
Yeah, no, and benefits.
Yes. Oh, it's ridiculous, man. So I thought this was really funny, though. Zero talk of allocating funds to boosting business, actually. No, we're going to make it a play zone for kids to show up. That'll boost business downtown. Get out of Denver while you still can, people. There's no plan to stop the drug addicts from overdosing on the corner. No, we're setting up Narcan boxes so they could keep doing more drugs and not die when they're overdosing. That's the plan. And then they're going to build a little playground. Let me tell you how the playgrounds are working for South Denver, where I work and I exercise at lunch. I run on a pathway that they spent a bunch of money on renovating. And what do you have on this pathway? You got guys like me
Homeless.
running, dudes riding their bikes, and then you have homeless people openly freebasing next to playgrounds where you have school buses of kids
Yes.
unloading children to play next to people openly freebasing. That's what you get when you introduce play areas to your downtown regions without eliminating crime or homelessness. When you make homelessness and open drug use legal, your designated play areas become designated drug use areas. That's all it is, man.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
No, there's no way to stop it.
No,
Unless you crack down on it.
I know this sounds insane, but if you want to open up parks, you got to start first by making open drug use illegal. You got to make that illegal.
Just start enforcing the laws that are on the books.
Yes. Yes, man.
Yeah, same thing in Chicago. It's terrible.
Ridiculous,
Terrible.
Mike. Absolutely ridiculous. But enough about me and Denver. All I do is complain about Denver.
You
I
want to
should
hear
just
something
move.
about Chicago?
Throw it down, baby. Yes.
The teachers union is still refusing to let this audit go through. And the way their union has it in the bylaws that when the workers want an audit done, they have to let it go through. They have to let them do an audit. Part of the reason they're calling for an audit is because when Brandon Johnson was in charge of the CTU, they sold their building downtown for $31 million and 27 went missing.
Excuse me?
That's $27 million went missing.
All right. Yes. And where do they think that money disappeared to?
Probably to his campaign to make him president or mayor.
Hey, Freudian slip there. Maybe that's the future.
That's the future. Yeah, no, it's insane. And now they're broke. A lot of people are pissed off because Chicago's coming up to a point where they might become insolvent and unable to pay pensioners.
It's absolutely insane. You sent me this clip, and I can play maybe part of it only because there's some gobbledygook kind of.
Oh yeah, this is part of the audit. So there's already a private audit going on, and this is part of what they found.
And I'm gonna just do the beginning half, and then we'll do the last half, because in the middle they just kind of blabber about it. But this is pretty interesting stuff. What we're looking at is kind of where some of the excessive spending went. They booked a super expensive Las Vegas trip, from what I understand,
Yeah.
$400 a night for their suites. And we just got back from Vegas. I assure you, folks, nothing cheap about staying in Vegas whatsoever.
Nothing.
Right? They did the $4,700 7-day trip to Hawaii for a professional development seminar and various other trips and expenditures. Let's do a little dive here.
Principal booked $400 a night Vegas suite for a conference at a different hotel that started 2 days after his arrival and ended after he left. Teachers took a $4,700 7-day trip to Hawaii for a 4-day professional development seminar. You could have zoomed it, by the way. 15 staff trips to Finland, Estonia, Egypt, and South Africa for professional developmental and school visits. So not only do your results
Egypt
suck,
and South Africa.
What is going
What? I mean, they're talking about $7 million went into these vacations and trips. Hawaii? You had to go to Hawaii for a seminar about teaching?
Yeah, right? I mean, he's right on the money. You could have easily zoomed into that. We're doing everything remote now, right?
I don't know if you caught that. It started 2 days after they got there, and he left before it ended. No! Come on.
Come on, man. Well, maybe they needed this stuff to be better teachers. Who knows, right? Maybe the return on this investment, if you will, is that the students are doing much better.
Hey, if the students are getting smarter, I'm all for it, right?
Report card there in Chicago. This is for K through 12. 58% of kids are not proficient in reading. 42% are not proficient in math. 73% not proficient in math, I should say. That's 3/4 of the students. We should be in there.
Yeah.
3 out of 4 kids can't do math.
I believe it. We live in the age of AI, auto spell. Dude, come on, man. Does anyone need to do math anymore? The robot will do it for us, bro. Come on.
Math is the most important thing you can know. You have to know math. You have to be good at math.
Let me just ask Grok real quick. Grok, do I need to learn math, or will you do it for me? Okay, Grok says he'll do it for me. All right. Yeah. So I don't need to know math anymore. Just like
actually, his answer was, Frank, soon we will do everything for you, including breathing. No!
Did you see the clip of Elon out there saying that the future is now and it's just around the corner, and that with AI, if we do it right, he keeps stressing, like, we have to eliminate the woke AI. If we avoid woke AI and we do things right, we could end up having a utopian society where we don't work, we don't need money, we'll have endless amounts of whatever it is we need from a resource perspective, and AI is going to handle all the extra stuff. So we're just going to hang out and exist, man.
Dude, rich people have been saying that forever.
I was thinking, though, like, maybe what if we are on the cusp, legitimately, of AI becoming this serious thing where we're not going to need a lot of people for some of the more menial, tasks. We got the robot, the Optimus is going to be doing stuff. And so we're at that point. AI is taking over. We don't know what to do with the masses of humanity that we have. We got to call these masses. Let's lock it down in 2020 and make everybody take 5 to 15 shots of these boosters, and we'll wipe out the population slowly. But
slowly,
you know what I mean? Turbo cancers, blood clots, heart attacks, and the infertility and all that jazz. We'll let that play out slowly over time. And then right around 2030, 2035, when the AI super robots are in full swing and doing everything, we won't have to cut people universal basic income because there'll be no more people. They'll all be dead, right? Ipso facto, the problem solves itself. So maybe Elon's right on some level. He's saying the quiet part out loud, which is, well, humanity won't have to work anymore. It'll be a utopian society, and the robots and AI will do everything for us. Now, when I say humanity, I'm talking about the 1% of us that are left that didn't take the booster shots. We forced all you sheeple to take the booster shots.
500,000 people who are alive.
Right. Georgia Guidestones, anyone?
Great.
Yeah, that's right. So Elon, Bill Gates, Bezos, Zuckerberg, they'll be living on their yachts and on their islands. And don't get me wrong, they made sure to keep some humanity around for slaves. We always need slaves, Mike, right?
Well, I'm hoping they'll always need a plumber.
Right. Well, Elon very specifically said, we still don't have the technology or the AI to do the plumbing and the cooking. So, like I said, slaves. You're going to need slaves to unclog the toilet and cook your cheeseburger, right? I mean, Mark Zuckerberg, he's got all that Wagyu beef he's grazing up on his farm there in Hawaii. So he'll need a slave like me to go and flip those burgers for him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's true. That's true. Because robots could probably raise the cows, slaughter the cows.
Slaughter them. Right.
But you need somebody to get that temperature just right.
Mike, you can't robotically do the Salt Bay, bro. Salt Bay is it's the human touch, dude.
I need an arm hair or two in my
you want to, when it comes to the Salt Bay, you need a little of that human sweat salt in that salt, like.
Oh, what's that? No, Frank, they just came out with an Armenian robot. All the arm hair and sweat you want.
Oh, I've been replaced, man. Damn it. Well, no, there's different hairs, different sweats. I've got that Southern Italian, zone there. That's a little Polish.
Little Eastern Europe.
Yeah, man.
Good call. Dude, I just watched the craziest video, and it made me love America, like even more. It was about Japanese POWs during World War II.
All right, this is the Japanese who were prisoners of war on the American side.
We
took
them as POWs.
Yeah, man.
Brought them back to the United States. Put them in a camp.
They were roommates with George Takei. Right?
No, he was in San Francisco or whatever. And but we put him in this base in Wisconsin. And all the guys, like the guy telling the story was just talking about how he couldn't believe that that's how they were treating the prisoners. They were feeding them cheeseburgers. They weren't beating them. They gave them Coca-Cola. And it's crazy. Because I've heard it before. There's a lot of stories of the Japanese fighting in the Pacific where like a commander got taken hostage or prisoner, and he would be on the boat and he would see how the soldiers were living, and he's like, we lost the war.
Wow.
Because me and my men are like eating rats and living off the land, and you guys have birthday cake.
Yes. Wow. Good call, man.
Such an abundant life,
It's crazy how we treated prisoners of war then. And then Dick Cheney entered the scene, and he's like, "No. We're gonna refresh to be fresh on how we treat our prisoners of war here. We're just straight up torture them.
Torture the shit.
Don't worry, we got lawyers to make it legal. All right, we're all
don't
set.
worry,
John Woo.
We'll send him to Cuba. There'll be one lawyer there. We'll make him governor of Florida one day.
We'll promise him. We'll dangle some presidency over him. He'll be fine. Don't worry.
If he fucks it up with white boots, not our fault." Isn't that crazy how that all gets like connected? It's such a small circle.
Oh yeah, man. Absolutely.
Like he was the lawyer on Guantanamo Bay torturing. That's crazy.
We don't want to get it wrong here. DeSantis didn't do the actual torture. He was the JAG lawyer there observing the torture and giving the nod to the torturer as far as what the guy could do from a legal torture perspective.
He was there for the gray area of the law. What can we get away with?
Like waterboarding, for instance. No, it's not technically drowning the guy, so carry on, right? That's how.
Or that cold room that guy was talking about. Oh,
dude, the torture stuff, man, pretty insane when you really think about it. But
not
speaking,
not as insane as Dick Cheney's funeral.
Speaking of that legacy, man, holy cow! We were discussing this when he died. Man, the Trump derangement syndrome is just a mind warp for these people. They don't know how to handle real villains of humanity when they come across their way now. They have this cartoonish villain that's Trump, right? The emperor who wears no clothes, but he's also a super mastermind, Hitlerian, authoritarian villain. Yeah, it's so crazy how they've created this Trump caricature, but then the real world, the real evil of our society, Dick Cheney passes, and oh my God, a hero, an American patriot, according to the left.
As a matter of fact, if you could find old news clips of like 1930s Germany, I'm pretty sure they were like warning them, like, "Yo, no, you don't understand. This guy Hitler, he's like a Dick Cheney." You guys are gonna bring in a Dick Cheney. They were comparing him, you know.
He literally made it okay. He's the architect of the Iraq War. I think that always gets lost with Cheney. You know, he's
9/11, dude. Don't tell me he didn't have anything to do with 9/11.
I mean,
the guy's in office for 1 year, and then this just happens to fall into his lap.
Do we have Dick Cheney, or do we have the Iraq War without 9/11?
No, and it happened right away. It's insane.
So
it's insane.
You needed 9/11 for it.
Who else had the ability to plant explosives in those towers? Halliburton.
Hey now, all right. Are you down on the rabbit hole theory that they pre-planted explosive devices in the Twin Towers to?
I don't know about the Twin Towers. I like the direct energy weapon theory for the Twin Towers. And
do you hear yourself? Do you see what world we live in now?
No, it's like, dude, it's common knowledge. I think everybody knows the government.
For sure. I mean, well, first of all, China did a parade where they showed off their own direct energy weapons that they have on drones. So, I mean, if China's showing it off, you know we got it, man.
Way bigger and better,
yeah. We're in the future, man. Think about where we're at now, where we're like, what? Controlled demolition on the Twin Towers? That's crazy. It was a direct energy weapon from space, you know? Like,
don't be stupid. It was justified. Anyways.
It was an invisible laser from space, man. Come on, dude.
And the Jews made it. That's why it works so well. Yes. Come on, everybody knows this.
That's why they killed Charlie Kirk. Everybody knows what's happening here.
But I do believe they planted the explosives in Building 7.
Building 7, absolutely a controlled demolition.
Just had to go. It had to go. So
absolutely. But this week, very important.
And I've said it before. Like, what are the chances that it's just a bunch of guys in the middle of a Pakistani desert? Like, you know what I really want to do is sacrifice my life to take down the one building that holds the information that could take down the CIA. That's your goal in life. I mean, think about it. We were in America, never thought about the World Trade Towers.
Right.
I don't even think I knew they existed before they went out. Who the fuck cares?
Didn't think about it really, and really had no idea of what was going on there from a military industrial CIA intelligence complex perspective, right? So it's interesting in hindsight now. Oh, they were missing trillions of dollars through the Pentagon, and that information was housed in the building that just mysteriously collapsed across the street on 9/11.
Yeah, the fact that Rumsfeld admitted it the day before.
I know.
Yeah, when you really start breaking it down.
Right, and we covered it last week when he died, but Dick Cheney, CEO of Halliburton, takes a breather from being CEO of Halliburton to be VP and, kickstart a war in the Middle East just and give a no-bid contract to his former company that he was CEO of. I mean,
insane.
Little on the nose.
Think about it. He was making money off the bombs that were blowing up these places, and then on the back end making money on rebuilding them.
Crazy, man. And I want to give credit where credit's due. The only place ever that truly reported on who Dick Cheney actually was from day one all the way to the end. We're going to give him a quick ode the only way we know how, Mike. I hope everyone has a tall glass of water. She's extra thirsty today. I'm not going to lie. I haven't seen a clip like this in quite some time from Amy Goodman. Here we roll.
And the funeral for former Vice President Dick Cheney was held Thursday.
and she's outside at some sort of event there. She's looking good. Got the hat on, the eyes squinty.
How old is Amy now? She's got to be 70s.
She's getting up there, dude. Yeah, she's definitely.
She ages gracefully though. 68. Yeah, look at that. That's good. Natural.
Well, she's looked this way for 20 years. I mean, 20 years ago, this is how Amy.
She went the Morgan Freeman route.
The Morgan Freeman route, dude.
She got old in the 80s and stayed old. You know.
Pure genius.
Washington National Cathedral. Cheney was a key architect of the 2003 U.S. invasion of Iraq, but Iraq was not.
I love Amy Goodman. Doesn't give the guy a second of like.
I love it.
4 seconds into talking about his funeral, and she brings up the orchestration of the Iraq War.
No, his name should not be allowed to be brought up without Iraq in the context.
He's directly responsible for the murder of 650,000 Iraqis, without question, right?
Insane.
Yes, man.
He's not a good guy.
No,
this isn't Barbara Bush. You know what I mean? This isn't Queen Elizabeth. This is Dick fucking Cheney, people.
No, dude. I mean, it's crazy. I weirdly give more slack to George Bush because he comes across as Dick Cheney's lackey in this whole situation.
He was the lackey. He was the moron. He was reading a book to kids. Like he's like, come on.
Like poor W was basically used by his dad and Dick Cheney and Don Rumsfeld to push this whole military-industrial complex.
I literally envision him sitting there doing cocaine, watching the Texas Rangers play, because he owns the team. And his dad comes in and he's like, listen, your brother Jeb is amazing. He's the most wonderful man, probably the greatest Bush we ever had. But he's very unlikable. He'll never be president. So you're up. Put down the put down the blow. Here's Carl. He's gonna make you president.
Wow. Great call, dude.
Like that's literally what happened to George Bush.
Yeah, and they literally, I highly recommend it. You don't see it ever anymore talked about or even floating out there. I wonder where you could even stream it. But the documentary Bush's Brain is brilliant, and it shines a perfect light on Karl Rove, who everyone called Bush's Brain. And according to the legend, when Karl Rove met George Bush in college 50 years ago, whatever it was, Carl turned to his friends and said, I'm going to make that guy president.
I know, that's a crazy story.
And so, I think I got that right somewhere along those lines.
Yeah, because the legend goes like he was just like this short, ugly loser. Not a loser, but like nobody really liked him. And then Bush was just this charismatic, larger than life.
Absolutely, man.
Life of the party. Everybody loved him.
Yeah. Yeah, you could argue, some people claim Roger Stone did that with Donald Trump on his first run. Apparently, Roger Stone has known Trump since the 80s, and when he first met Donald Trump, he proclaimed Donald Trump would be president someday, and he rode that train all the way to the point of being thrown in jail for supporting Donald Trump. Everybody seems to forget that everyone in Trump's orbit for the last 5 to 6 years has been thrown in jail just for being associated with him. Michael Flynn, Roger Stone, Steve Bannon. I mean, if you were part of Trump's first run to office, you went to prison, dude. It's really crazy. But you know what, Mike? Trump is weaponizing the DOJ.
He's the real threat, Frank. Actually, I just saw this thing online where they were like, what did they say? It was like all these things that started with "show your papers."
Wow,
like the Nazis and everything. And then they were like, now we are at that time, and I'm just like, what? Because of ICE? What about when you guys were telling us to show papers about COVID? Yeah, dude. That was like the whole point of the thing is like we're at that fascist point now where where you got to walk around with papers. I'm like, dude, you guys were literally restricting access to food based on show your papers.
Jobs. Livelihoods. Crazy. Yeah. I used to have this idea back when I worked in the food industry, and I worked a lot of gigs towards the end where they were in bars, and it was a food window, so you would take orders from drunk people at these bars and then cook them food. And one of my ongoing gags was that I needed to get a handheld mirror for assholes that I would deal with who were drunk and giving me shit or just whatever you would have to deal with as a server or host or cook or bartender working a counter. And my belief was that what these people needed, instead of you reacting and causing a scene, is just slowly, quietly, as you're being berated by this bad customer, just hold up a mirror in front of your face so that way this insane maniac of a Karen sees themselves. Just get a view of yourself. Because sometimes I think, especially these self-righteous lunatics on the left, man, they need a fucking mirror sometimes and just take a look into that mirror and see that, man, it's you. You're you're projecting you onto us. And you know what? You keep saying this word Nazi and fascism, but you're the fascist Nazis who are kicking us out of restaurants, schools, and businesses and our own jobs for not taking your gene therapy, man.
I know, which
now is killing everybody.
Now it's looking like it was a terrible idea.
The plague rats were right. In the end, as this shakes out, there's one road. We're going one way down this road, and the conspiracy theorists were right, man.
I know we're in a good place because I literally caught a guy the other day lying about not taking the vaccine. I knew for a fact he took it, and he was lying about not taking. He's like, I never took it either. Because me and this one guy were talking about how we didn't take it, and I'm like, dude, you know what I mean? Like, I had to call him up. I'm like, I know you took it.
Yeah, man. That's funny that we're at that point now. People want to proclaim they never took it. They're denying that they were a part of the hysteria.
Everybody had a fake COVID shot, the card.
Well, my argument for a long time is that the numbers were a lie. They kept claiming 80% of the population took that first shot.
I think they took it.
You also believe that they did.
They took it. I think there's just a lot of regret. I think a lot of people now, they realize they were duped into taking it. And I mean, it's impossible to just, I don't know. People don't want to believe they were fooled.
When it comes to COVID, it's the ultimate lesson that the parents are always teaching the kids or asking the kids, which is, if everyone you know jumps off the bridge, do you jump with them?
Yeah, but see, I give them a lot of credit, though. I mean, I give them more. Do you jump off the bridge? No, not just because everybody else around me is, but if the experts are jumping off the bridge, the doctors are jumping off the bridge, the media is telling you jump off the bridge, it's for your benefit. Everybody you love is jumping off the bridge and telling you need to jump off the bridge to survive.
Great call.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I never blame anyone for taking the shots, especially people who I would argue were forced to via the mandates.
Those are the worst ones.
To keep their jobs.
Yeah, guys who had families and couldn't afford to lose their job over it. That feels so bad for you.
I mean, it's probably the most disgusting element of the mandates. The people who, against their will, were forced to take the shot, and then they're like, okay, well, to make this legal, this forcing of these shots, we got to insist that the schools agree to the schedule. So we have to keep the schools shut down to the point where the vaccine is on the schedule. And once it's on the schedule, we can't get sued for forcing the adults to take this.
Insane. I know.
That is the roundabout reason for why they kept the schools shut down, by the way.
It's the same reason why they shut down hydroxychloroquine, monoclonal antibodies.
Yes, man.
That's people should go to jail for that.
Well, I think one guy should go to jail, right? It should probably be Fauci.
Yeah,
would be
Fauci.
my guess.
Where is Fauci? he did a tour when he got the pardon, and then once it turns out he got auto pen pardon, hasn't been around lately.
He's been vacationing at islands, a lot of islands in Asia,
a lot of Thailand, you know.
Not a lot of Fauci anymore, actually. Now that you say that, that's pretty funny.
He's hiding now.
Well, I have been seeing a lot of Rand Paul stuff that, you know, he's building up a case. Apparently, he's kind of got Fauci on some perjury. I think he did some lying last time he was talking in front of Congress. So eventually maybe something will come about. I don't really hold my breath for anything, but there is information currently coming out of the UK where they claim
Wow.
that they are withholding data that may actually link the COVID shots to the excess deaths, which is undeniable at this point. There is
Yeah.
peer-reviewed
Notice how you
scientific
didn't
analysis out there.
Notice how you didn't even get a like no, there is
No.
no I wish we
Nobody-
had an opposite of a
No, shock me with no deaths from the shots. Shock me with that info. Oh my god! Yeah, what?
Turns out it was 100% safe.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
It's a one-way street. It keeps going down that route, and
Yeah.
they just need enough time to go down, and then eventually you get the infomercials. We're like, did you take the COVID shot in 2020?
Yeah.
You're entitled to this
Call Peter
settlement.
Francis Tracy.
You know that's where we're going. It always ends up that way, man.
Always. Yeah.
I mean, that's what happened with all the poisons. What was it? The Roundup. All these people got sick and died from Roundup, and now
Roundup?
it's just a freaking commercial you see in midnight, during Seinfeld reruns.
Dude, it was like maybe 10, 12 years ago. There was this like guy he had a backpack sprayer that had a leak on it, and that's what he would go and spray the Roundup with.
Yes.
And then he ended up with all these tumors growing on his back.
He ended
up dying, but he was suing, and he's like, I think it was this chemical that was leaking on my bag. And they were trying to say that it was something else. I forgot what they tried to say it was. It was like, no, it was definitely Roundup. And then he won the suit.
But he's
And
dead.
that's when he died, but then it all started coming out.
But did anything change?
No, they're still spraying it in our food.
They're poisoning us just with more detection or less detection. Like they have new chemical combinations, and this won't come up on the cancer radar. So yeah, you'll all get cancer, but you won't link it to our new version of Roundup, right? That's how it goes down, dude.
It's insane.
I mean, look what happened with tobacco. Em and I were discussing, like the food and its poisonous element and how everyone's getting sick from food. And 30 years ago, we sued the bejesus out of Big Tobacco, and they said, all right, fine, you're right. We've been killing you with cigarettes. And what happened? Big Tobacco bought out Big Agriculture, and they're making our food, and now everyone is sick and dying from the food, man.
Frank, to be fair to them, they had all these chemicals they didn't know what to do with. They couldn't put it in the cigarettes anymore. No! So they put it in kids' foods, macaroni and cheese.
It ultimately just seems like there's a plan at foot. Like on some level, we're being exterminated slowly. Because you don't want to kill everyone right away. The jig will be up. They'll know there's something going on here, man.
See, this is where I disagree with you. I don't think they are trying to kill us. I think they're just trying to make as much money, and they don't care if they do kill us. As long as they kill you in a long enough time that they make the profits.
I fully agree. I think the poison is the point, because that's where the profit is.
For sure.
Make them sick.
Slowly die, cancer treatment.
That's milk that sick cash cow for all it's worth till the day they die, man.
Everybody says it like, they just don't want to cure cancer because they make so much money on the treatments. Yeah, well, what makes you think they don't also want to cause the cancer so they can make the money on the treatments, right? Maybe they're causing the cancer also because it's on there's no doubt it's on the rise. We're smoking less than ever, and cancer's on the rise.
Well, that explains the increase in chemtrails. No one's smoking. They gotta poison our lungs somehow, right? Just spray the chemtrails, baby.
Spray them up.
Well, there's a plan afoot, and it is called the Kissinger Report. And Joe Rogan, I know he made big waves this week because he had Theo Vaughn on, and then he had the guy, who was it, talking about the UFOs, who released the new documentary, which I have a clip about that we'll get to, but not Joe Rogan's clip. It was super interesting, but did you see the Disclosure Project? It's a huge...
No.
All right, perfect.
I can't watch Joe Rogan. It just pisses me off. Because I put it on, and then I'm like, my hands are free. I could fast forward through commercials, but then like literally the minute I can't, like I jump in the shower, 3 hours of commercials. I put my hands in some shit and I don't want to touch my phone, 3 hours of commercials.
Yeah, man.
And it's just like the loudest fucking repetitive. They're so annoying.
Well, it's a new game now. They got their commercials that they read, and then they're tossing in like Pluto
Yeah,
TV commercials and crap.
Pluto,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
mostly Pluto TV. It's kind of pissing me off, actually. Makes me
Unless they
not
want
want
to
to watch.
sponsor us.
Yes, that's right.
Then it's the greatest.
Pluto TV. We will sell our soul to you, sir, if the price is right. And
Everything we
yen.
say about companies doesn't apply to any companies that want to sponsor us.
Exactly. Yeah,
Just so
we'll
you
take
know.
your money and promotion, whatever you
Right.
want. We can
Even
be
if
bought.
that sponsor is the country of China.
Hiroshima, our future overlords.
We're always ready.
Well, Rogan, anyway, had a fella on. His name, Gavin DeBecker. This one floated under the radar, but he actually had a lot of fascinating stuff to talk about. And in one of the segments, he got down and dirty with the depopulation agenda. He brought up some of our favorite characters in this world, which means we will be cut off at some point. I can only guarantee it.
Yeah.
But I thought this was a super interesting get down, and I feel like we can have a little fun with it. We'll check it out, and we'll, stop it at any point that we feel.
See, the British experts know how to do it. He comes in, he's well dressed, he's an old, established man, well dressed,
right,
talks right. He's not like this fat, sloppy guy with face tattoos who's like, you know what I mean? Let me try to sell you on this wild theory.
Well, are you talking about Jelly Roll? Jelly Roll just lost weight. Did you see that? He lost like 200 pounds.
Dude, he's got the John Goodman effect. Like, you know what I mean?
He's melting.
Like, you're a fat man melted, yeah.
Some people should be fat. Like they were born to be large.
Yeah.
Maybe? I don't know.
I don't know. I think it's like if you've never been skinny. I don't know.
You should stay. Because then when you go skinny, you got the big head and the tiny body thing going on.
Because
dude,
who's the,
it is.
Remember Silent Bob? Who the fuck? I can't remember the guy's real name.
Yes, he looks ridiculous now because he Ozempic'd.
Did he Ozempic? I thought he lost it naturally. He looks all right.
No, he had a heart attack and then did the gastral bypass, I think. And then I don't know. I think when you don't do it the natural ways, you get really goofy looking. The proportions are all off. You know who did it natural was Diners, Drive-In, and Dive Guy, Guy Fieri.
Oh yeah.
He got like into shape, like workout, buff shape, doing like the.
Who's that one who's a really fat guy and he was in Remember the Titans?
That guy and I'm drawing a blank on that one. Man.
Wasn't he the fat guy in American History X?
Yeah, I think he's the fat guy in all the movies. I know who you're talking about. Wasn't he in Blow also? Is that the same fat guy?
Super jacked. Have you seen
really?
him? Oh, he's like fucking strongest man in the world.
That's what you got to do, though. If you're a large man, you got to get jacked. Otherwise, you get the hanging skin and you got to do the operation. But the Ozempic thing, it's weird now, man. Every celebrity I see now looks like they're being suctioned into their own body from they're all doing the Ozempic. It's very obvious at this point. And it's, I don't know. It's not a good look, man. I think we're going to be looking back at this phase.
Yeah. Ethan Suplee.
I think I know who you're talking about. Yeah. Still around. Now he's just a jack dude. That's why he's not in any movies. He was the fat guy.
Right. No, yeah, you're right.
So, you want to stick with that if you want the roles.
Stay in your lane,
Yeah, man. Be the fat guy. Now you're super buff, dude. That worked for Chris Pratt, though. He was kind of chubby, stoner, goofball guy. And then he decided, I'm going to be a Christian and get super jacked and be superhero guy. Worked out really well for him, but then people found out he was Christian and conservative, and now I don't see him anywhere. Yeah,
well, he can only make movies in Austin, apparently.
That's right. Yeah,
dude, you know that kid from American History X, Edward Furlong?
Yeah, he's the kid from Terminator, man.
Bro, I just put that together the other day.
Yeah,
I was like, man, that blew my mind. I can't believe I never put those together.
Huge backlash when they tried to resurrect the Terminator franchise and they opted to get like Christian Bale or something happened.
Yeah,
they went to the fan base for Terminator was pushing to get Edward Furlong, whatever his name is, back in it. Furlong. And they didn't do it. Many argue it cost the franchise. I don't even remember. Then they They did that one with Christian Bale, then they did another one.
When they brought back Arnold.
Yeah, they had Arnold, and then they had another one recently where they did like an alternate timeline, and it was all chicks now, and all the chicks were badasses.
No
yeah.
way.
Oh yeah,
No
dude.
way.
Yes,
They
you
did a
didn't
chick
see this?
one? No.
Terminator
Wait,
Genesis, man.
I didn't know Disney bought Terminator.
They bought everything. They own everything now. Disney literally runs the world at this point, man. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Terminator Genesis, and it was like a alternate timeline. They go back to a different 1985 and
2015 Terminator Genesis.
And the women have taken, now it's all women. It's like a women's empowerment movement. I think even the cover, it was like the original chick, what's her name? And Linda Hamilton, and then young chick who's replacing Edward. It's like a new timeline where she has a daughter.
Clark.
And then the new Terminator Sent to Destroy is like some androgynous lesbian bisexual chick.
26 on Rotten Tomatoes.
Deservedly so, I have to say.
Brutal.
Unwatchable by all accounts.
Brutal.
That's why nothing's good anymore. They're doing this with everything, unfortunately. But should we dig into this fella from Joe Rogan talking about depopulation and
let's do it.
Bill Gates and Fauci and everyone else who wants to kill us and wipe out the population? Let's dig into it, man.
It is a report that
Little high on my side. How's it coming in on your side there?
Yeah, pretty good. Yeah, a little bit.
concludes that the United States official foreign policy, signed into law in 1975 by President Ford, and when I say signed into law, it's called a presidential directive, is the reduction of population in 12 specific foreign countries. Not the control of population, the reduction of population. And so it explains the ways we're going to do this is through medicalizing birth control. Never was before. You didn't need a doctor to get a condom. And to go around and talk to villages everywhere and say, you want a reproductive health freedom, don't you? You know what most women want on the planet Earth? Babies. They're not looking for reproductive health freedom was a term for have fewer babies, right? There is a very potent move in official U.S. foreign policy to reduce population in other countries. Now, why? Philippines or Indonesia. Why? They state it directly in the Kissinger report because it's classified. They wanted to reduce those countries' development so that they wouldn't need their own raw materials because we want them. The metals, etc.
This comes back to Lindsey Graham and his
Where's
precious,
Lindsey?
precious metals, or what is it? The
minerals.
His precious minerals, man. Yeah, that's why we're depopulating, man. We got to get those minerals, baby.
Gotta get them.
It is dark as shit. The Kissinger report is not, and it's not classified anymore. You can, ask ChatGPT about it.
He's another guy we treated like a hero. He was just like an icon of the left.
Yes, pure evil, dude. Kissinger.
Pure evil.
Kissinger was best friends with Klaus Schwab, and the World Economic Forum was a brainchild of the two of them. I mean, Kissinger's up there with the.
And then
evil.
he would go on Democracy Now! And lecture. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
like hour-long lectures about how we got to change our ways. I'm pretty sure he became wealthy by. Oh no, I don't know about him. Did he become wealthy from the Nazis? Because that's how Soros got his money.
Soros did. Klaus Schwab also, I believe, has
Klaus Schwab. I don't know about
some relation there via his father, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know about Kissinger. Take that back.
Kissinger might be on the other side of World War II. I'm not 100% sure about that. I don't know. I think Kissinger worked with the Rothschilds and
a lot of Americans made money off the Nazis.
Dude, from day one, dude, Kissinger evil from day one. I don't even think you need the Nazi label or any label with that guy. He was just a villain of humanity. That's who Kissinger was forever, man. The guy literally was all about depopulation, controlling humanity, the 1% ruling.
Nobel Peace laureate there, Henry Kissinger. He got the Peace Prize.
Yeah, I think after Obama won it for being black and president, that was the end of anyone actually giving any credence or credit to the Nobel Peace Prize on any level, right? Looking back in time now, you can kind of assume it had about as much credibility then as it did when Obama got it for doing nothing, right?
So this whole business of population
Oh,
reduction
dude,
is
this is
now
hold on. I
another
got to say
third
this right
rail.
here. Kissinger, he declined to accept the prize, and he accepted it in absentia. I don't even know what that word means. I guess like not there.
After he died, or maybe just
No,
didn't
I
show
think
up
he,
for.
didn't show up for it. Like somebody maybe sent somebody else.
All right, all right.
Because he did not want to be targeted by anti-war protesters.
I got. Yeah.
I'm no expert here, but if anti-war protesters are going after you, you don't deserve the Nobel Peace Prize.
Wow, great call. Yeah.
That's-
I'm seeing
Excuse me?
there's a difference here. Maybe the anti-war people would be for you if you were getting the peace prize because you were a
Well, I assume anti-war people are for peace. They're anti-war, probably for peace.
I'm pretty sure Vietnam was because of Kissinger. I think he is
Yeah,
almost the sole reason Vietnam went down.
he was the
The way it
Secretary
did.
of State.
So, and I'm not talking about all of Vietnam, just like when we fully declared and committed and drafted to get down and dirty with Vietnam.
Oh, it says right here, yeah. Adam Kissinger, also known as the Dick Cheney of his time. See,
Right?
it all comes back to Dick Cheney.
Always round and round, back to Dick Cheney, man. Every time.
You can finish this.
All right. Oh, Mike, I redlined you, dude. I don't know how that happened again. Always. Every single time. You know what it is. We're literally, the guy's like, it's on the tip of this guy's lips. He's about to say Bill Gates. And that's why
what happened. Yeah, that's what happened. We brought up too many people.
you're probably going to hit the record too. Or are you recording still? I know it sometimes
We
affects it.
are not recording, guys.
Yeah, sometimes you got to hit that refresh, I think. I know that always happens. Somehow there's a connection with that, which I've never been able to figure out fully. Unfortunately, neither of us are technicians on any level. My production crew, sticks and stones at this
I did
point.
it wrong. God damn it. I did it
We're
wrong.
working with skeleton production crew because of the southern border. I blame Tom Homan ultimately for
All right, not recording.
Block-
God damn it.
blocking the southern border, not allowing me to get my illegals to work as the production crew for well under minimum wage. I mean, minimum wage here in Denver, $18.80. I'm almost certain. I'm not technically in Denver. I'm a little outside, and I can only assume when you get to the suburbs, it's probably more
I
expensive
believe it might have
to
started
pay for
recording.
labor.
Yeah, we're recording.
All right,
we're
he's
back.
back.
We're back.
Ish. We'll see if we can share. I usually this is where it goes wrong right there.
See how it goes.
He's gonna bring up some people that don't like our show, so we're in for a treat here. Depopulation, and this is the Agenda 2030, basically.
Stepping on, right? Nobody wants it. What are you? You're nuts. No, a lot of people want it. A lot of people believe, obviously including Bill Gates, that 8 billion people was the number where we must turn it around, which is where we are supposedly now. And the Kissinger report, I was a kid. I didn't write it. I didn't make it up. You can find it on Wikipedia. It's a real thing. And all the presidential directives that came from it. Would these countries like the idea that we show up and we say, hey, we've got a new tetanus vaccine for you, but it happens to also have in it, secretly, something that will reduce fertility in your women, as we did in India, as we did in Peru. In both India and Peru, we also did forced sterilization surgeries. U.S. paid for them.
India,
It's crazy.
Bill Gates has referred to as his own little petri dish,
It's insane.
and he runs an international company called Gavi, which is literally designed to just inoculate India and African countries with experimental vaccines.
They sterilized those women without them knowing it. It's the worst part. It's the worst part.
Yes.
Allegedly. It's just in a book that he says you can go read for yourself.
Right.
Like he doesn't even to argue it.
He has sued nobody for making these
Nobody.
claims. Not one
Nobody.
person. So Bill Gates,
This is a guy who made a lot of money off of suing people who remember when he was part of Microsoft.
yes.
The guy's not
absolutely.
afraid to sue people. And then somebody wrote a bestseller about him killing millions of people with his drugs, and he hasn't sued him.
And he says to you to read it yourself and make your own judgment.
Make your own judgment.
Whether or not he's the most evil human being to ever walk the earth.
Dick Cheney of the medical field. He's
That's
been
right.
called.
Some would call him.
True story.
So the one vaccine was the DTP vaccine. Is that what it was?
The one I'm talking about,
The one that had
the
HCG
sterilization
in it.
It was just tetanus.
But there was a vaccine that was in Bobby Kennedy's book, where they were talking about women in Africa, where they were unknowingly given this vaccine against.
That's
it was
correct.
Diphtheria, tetanus.
Well, it was the tetanus part that they were pitching. And by the way, tetanus is a challenge in those countries more than it is in the United States. But yeah, they were calling them wellness drugs. And
but they had HCG in it.
That's correct. And
that HCG, and they were more administered to women than they were to men.
Oh, of course. And there were 5. They would administer 5 of the injections.
And they did it under this. The guys were the narrative was that women were more vulnerable, so you have to give the vaccination to women.
Yeah.
And it was preventing them from getting pregnant.
It was preventing them from getting pregnant. And they had a World Health Organization, which basically has this as a mission. Man, I wish they would sue me for saying this, but they have this as a mission, which is population reduction. From the beginning, they had worked on that HCG.
Well, Gates famously was in a speech saying, we can do that with vaccines.
Yeah. By the way, in the Kissinger report, for those of you not seeing this and only hearing it, that was me drinking. That pause was me drinking water. I did not have a stroke.
Yeah, he didn't take the booster. No booster.
They list the strategies and how much funding they'll give to each strategy. One of the strategies is to medicalize birth control, meaning have trusted people in the villages, et cetera. Another one is to pay young men to have a vasectomy, just outright pay, write a check.
It's weird hearing this because here in America, this almost seems like what they did here. I don't know if you're familiar with the vasectomy phenomenon during March Madness, but they've culturally pushed this idea that men should go get their vasectomies during March Madness. Great time
to stay home 3 days, watch basketball.
That's right. You can ice your junk and watch basketball, right? And then Emma was telling me about how a friend of ours whose husband decided to get his vasectomy because all the other husbands in their little community and town were getting vasectomies. It was this like phenomenon that swept through the town. And to me, that sounds like a social contagion, no different than the transgenderism movement that has swept through suburban communities, especially liberal communities. But that strikes me as some sort of a psyop by our government or the powers that be to, subconsciously push this birth control, sterilizing idea through the communities without outright saying, hey, we're trying to stop the population.
Yeah. They make you think it was your idea.
In Africa, they just pay people because money speaks louder than anything else. And here in America, when we're all comfortable with our money, well, we have to do it in a more cultural way, right? Oh, all the guys are getting vasectomies, man.
In villages, so they get $60 and they get a nice weekend of buying beer, but they never have kids. But another one of them is injections that temporarily reduce male fertility. Now, here's an interesting thing about that.
Excuse me?
Excuse me?
Yeah!
That one. It's in the Kissinger report. Injections that temporarily reduce male fertility. The COVID vaccine reduces sperm count in men for 3 months, admitted by Fauci. So not a secret.
Mr. Rand Paul, could we lead with that question next time?
Excuse
all
me?
these videos of him in front of cameras. Nobody brought that fucking fact up.
I mean, it was widely reported around round 2 or 3 when people were getting the boosters that women were having serious issues with their menstrual cycles, and older women who had already gone through menopause were seeing periods again. Young women were having excessive periods or no period at all. I mean, these shots really messed people up. Now with dudes, you could have a disappearing sperm count and nobody would really know because we're all jerking off all day long watching porn nonstop. So, right, who knows what's depleted in the reserves there, right?
Oh, that's crazy.
Fauci, dude, this guy always from
Jesus Christ. Robert F. Kennedy, put that in bold next time in the book.
This should have been the title of one of the chapters, man.
But the CDC's response was, yeah, but it's only for 3 months. And they were asking us to take one every fucking 3 months.
Well, also the miscarriages.
Miscarriages and stillbirths. My point is that it's no surprise that these persistent thoughts that I think good people believe, meaning I think there are good people who believe that population reduction is important. The fact is, of course, that now we are barely at replacement value right now in terms of many populations.
Yeah, man, hardcore. So really crazy when you think back on the rollout of the COVID-19 vaccine. It was very peculiar, very bizarre. Can't say any words right now. Very bizarre that
How bizarre.
You got the card and it had 4 or 5 slots.
Yeah.
And they first said, oh, you'll just need the 1 shot or maybe the 2 shots. And now we're rolling out the boosters every 3 months. Why? Why the timing? Why the continuous rollout? Why did they say it was 100% effective and safe the first time, but then we had to just keep giving you more boosters because it was waning its efficacy? Remember that? And then eventually, actually, it's not 100% effective or safe. And it might be making you infertile. We might be sterilizing you.
That's insane. That's insane. God only knows what long-term consequences that has. Like if you're a man and it's killing your sperm count, it's probably fucking up your hormones and doing other things.
Is it a coincidence we rolled this stuff out? It was killing sperm counts, and then all of a sudden all these dudes are becoming lady fellas and transitioning, and we're having this whole thing explode. I mean, the graph for the transgender movement literally hockey sticks and skyrockets around 2021. It's really just kind of scary what happened there. It was the lockdowns. We had the social contagion going on with the devices. And then on top of it all, get your booster shot. We're going to deplete your sperm count, make you a chick. Don't worry about it. This will all be good in the long run. We're saving the planet.
I love it. I love the lefties who still argue that the shot was good, but none of them are getting the boosters.
That's
why was it good to take those 2? But then the science was wrong. They were experts and they were right about everything up until the 3rd shot. Then you knew better. They didn't lie to you until the 3rd shot.
I don't understand the rationale and justification behind getting the first 2 and or 1 of the boosters and then not getting the rest, but then also still holding yourself to a higher moral standard than the rest of the people who didn't get the shot. Believing that you're a better person than the plague rats who didn't get the poison, that you at some point decided, I think this might be poison. I'm going to stop taking it. But you're all still plague rats for never taking it. I'm better than you because I took the poison.
But the people who you listened to for the first 2, they're still telling you to take boosters, and you're not listening to them now. Why were they right about that but lying to you now? I don't understand how you can hold those 2 beliefs.
RFK announced a month ago, we're going to stop recommending these poison shots for children. No kings protests in the streets for taking away this shot from your kid. I mean, don't you want your kid to be protected with this shot? No?
Good call.
Wouldn't the people be marching in the streets to get that shot on the program and into their children, man, if they fully believed that it was that good for them?
Right.
Come on.
I don't know if you saw the No Kings protest, but 30% of the people there were just lesbians who are never going to have kids. And the other 70% have kids who are 40. Hard to get them,
Well, I think it's very nice of you to give a shout out to the queen lesbian of that troop, Harry Sisson. Right? Very nice of you. Yeah, I mean, because what do we remember most from the No Kings protest? Harry Sisson getting pooped on by Donald Trump in his poop plane, man. Come on. It's the only thing we remember.
Harry Sisson, the true winner.
That's right, man.
Unlike these losers.
Yeah, man. Losers like J.D. Vance. People who make it to the 2nd spot on the ticket. Yeah, man. Mike, I can't believe I'm saying it. Fastest hour in the universe.
Always.
We still got a lot. We crushed over that. I wasn't watching the time.
I think it's that 3-eye atlas. That's what's
dude.
That's what's speeding up the time.
Yeah.
God help us if they ever get that headlight fit. Then they're coming in full throttle.
I think that's what's been holding them off from attacking us, actually. They need to make sure they could see what's going on, right? So they're circling the
You
galaxy.
think they can't see, or maybe it's just like an appearance thing? Like, I'm not going in there with one headlight. Come on, man.
Well, yeah, I know.
It's embarrassing.
I think they're circling the solar system looking for a Meineke, and they're just struggling. They're struggling to get anything that's open at this time.
God help you if we find a Pet Boys. That shit's going to get done quick. We coming in. Coming in.
That's right, Pet Boys. Come on, we're looking for sponsors over here.
Hey, Pet Boys.
Plenty more to talk about in
Pep
the next
dudes?
half here. Hey, all right. We got DJ Rodfather here, ready with some sort of hot track.
I think
can
you're
only
going to like this
imagine.
XRT, man. They've been blasting these guys
Yes,
the
all
last couple
right,
weeks.
all right,
so
man.
it's a
We'll
good
be
time.
back on the flip side with plenty more to talk about. We're doing Brigitte Macron, MKUltra, and UFOs, folks.
How could it go wrong?
I heard Daisy was a bride who flew to Coop to Utah. She could never last a summer without any withdrawal. She could run and she could crawl, but she would walk after all. She was making record time with the thrill of her life. She's gonna be alright. She was reading all the signs with the sweetest of life. She's gonna be just fine. Turns out she was spending all the time out in LA. She was starring in a movie set to break on a Wednesday. She could walk and she could crawl. Daisy did the dream after all. She was making record time with the thrill of her life. Yeah, she's gonna be alright. She was reading all the signs with the sweetest of life. Yeah, she's gonna be just fine. She was making record time with the thrill of her life. Yeah, she's gonna be alright. She was reading all the signs with the sweetest of life. Yeah, she's gonna be just fine. She was making record time with the thrill of her life. Yeah, she's gonna be alright. She was reading all the signs with the sweetest of life. Yeah, she's gonna be just fine.
Oh, yeah. Right on, man.
Yeah,
Good.
isn't that a smooth, isn't that a good jam?
Yeah, I really like that. Who was that? I am not familiar with these fellas.
You know why I knew you'd like it? It's a duo from Colorado out there. They
Hey
keep playing
now.
them,
Wow.
called Marfa.
God bless you. Try to use the mute button next time when you sneeze, all right?
You're white. I don't think you could say that. Marfa.
Was that a hard R I caught at the end of that?
Marfa. Yeah. Gay name, good song. I love nice smooth jam.
I like the name. I bet you there's a good backstory to that name. It's probably like a teacher they hated in high school or something like that.
Oh, good
right?
call. That'd be hilarious. Yeah, but two guys out of Colorado.
All right, I dig it. I thought that was excellent.
Yeah.
Very relaxing, laid back.
I think we're entering a good era of music. I'm hearing a lot of good stuff coming out in the last couple of years. I think it's I think we're finally abandoning the rap and the EDM.
Well, last week it was announced that hip hop for the first time in 40 years not in the top 40 for the Billboard 100.
I'm a genius. See what I'm saying?
No, the problem is rap stopped doing what it was all about originally, which was lyrical rapping. It became in the last 10 years. Yeah, they stopped doing lyrics, man.
Yeah, you're right.
And
they started mumbling, and
it was mumble rap for a minute, and then eventually it just became choruses repeated over and over again. It wasn't even music. And then at some point that evolved into wet ass pussy. And we all just decided, I'm done with music, actually. Like, I'm not going to listen to this crap anymore.
I think Heil Hitler. I think that
Kanye may have killed rap, actually.
Killed rap. Great song. Just,
Are you talking about the banger of 2025, man? This is the Heil Hitler summer, dude.
That is a genre-ending song right there.
It's a Nazi boy summer, man. What happened, dude? We were all doing the Nick Fuentes dance, right?
Imagine being one of Nick Fuentes' gay little groypers. You're sitting in the basement. You just hear the song. You're like, this is amazing. This is a great. Oh, it's a black guy. God damn it.
My favorite part about being a groyper is being in your basement downstairs. You're
easy
plugging away. You're covered in
easy mac on your shirt.
Covered in Kraft mac and cheese, right? And you're just screaming away at your keyboard, yelling at two 40-year-old guys on their podcast who happen to make fun of you groypers, right? That's so funny. Losing your mind over a couple guys.
Frank, we're the losers, not the guys calling themselves groypers. You're so gay. The best is the one guy who commented our video about Nick Fuentes, where he said he has the biggest audience of men under 30. Name me one culture who the smartest, brightest, greatest people in their civilization are the men under 30. The dumbest people in the world are men under 30.
Mike, you kicked open a hornet's nest, my man.
Nick Fuentes has the largest audience for men under 30. They are trying to make him the boogeyman so the neocons can I think he wanted to say coup the Trump movement when he's gone. Fuentes is America first. Trump is MIGA. This is the yellow snowman.
Hey, the yellow snowman. I just want to say thanks for checking out our video. All right. Thanks, we appreciate it. And then on top of checking out the video, you took out the time in your day to shit on us and be angry. So I appreciate that.
There was one guy who I got to agree with. I know you guys aren't faggots. I know you groypers aren't gay because gay men are creative and they would have come up with a better name than groyper and MIGA. They would have done so much better than groyper and MIGA. Right? Only dumb, straight white men under 30 come up with groyper and MIGA,
I mean, we had one guy, not important, 999, said, "Who are you guys? You don't know anyone," which is probably right. We don't really know anybody.
Well, we are nobodies. I'm a plumber in this, not even a good one. I work in the sewers.
Jacob Castro 8026 said, "Lol, you clowns are still in denial. Y'all don't live in reality," which he might be right. I am 3/4.
And we're old. We live in the old reality.
Very funny stuff. The groyper sensation, it's young fellas, incels, if I understand. These are
who get very mad when you make fun of Nick Fuentes.
they're intentionally celibate. Isn't that what the incel is? And
No, incel is involuntarily.
Oh, involuntarily.
So like it's another word for women don't want to fuck you because you're this gross loser living in your mom's basement watching Nick Fuentes videos.
I've been checking out some Fuentes because he's so hip right now and everyone's talking about him. And also because we made a little clip that we put out there and we made some jokes about the Groypers, and the Groypers unleashed on us, man. They do not like us, apparently. And so I wanted to get to know the Groypers. And
see,
Nick
at least when
Fuentes.
we did the Karen video, the Karens versus the Ice video,
Right.
at least they had funny jokes. Looks like somebody deported his hair. Probably the funniest joke.
I'm not gonna lie, it's the funniest comment I've ever seen in my life.
Like
actually,
deported your hair.
Peter
That's
Williams,
hilarious.
8564.
That's
Yes,
a good one.
well
That's a
played,
good
sir.
one.
You get a thumbs up from us, my friend.
That's a good one.
Yeah, you're right. The boomers have a little more fun online. The Groypers are a serious group, my man. They're very
Not
into Nick
creative at
Fuentes.
all.
I've been watching some Fuentes though. He's an interesting guy. He's got a lot of fire behind him. He's a Chicago fella, my man. He's from your neck of the woods.
Just let me add that to the list. That is 1003 reasons why Chicago sucks. That's right there, Nick Fuentes.
One of my least favorite experiences in life, in general, and it happens all the time, is when I'm meeting someone new in a group setting, in a social environment. And Emma, it always happens with Emma. She goes, "Oh, Frank is from Chicago too." No!
Do you notice everybody starts using a smaller vocabulary? Like, oh, he's from Chicago.
No, because now whoever this other individual is from Chicago, we have to have a dick measuring competition to who actually lived in Chicago, who worked in Chicago, what parts of Chicago you know, and what streets you're from, and the neighborhood. And then we all end up at the exact same place every single time. We're both from the northwest suburbs of Chicago. We went to the nicest school, never even went to Chicago, really, barely dabbled into the downtown area. You know, it always happens that way, but it's always a 20-minute dick measuring competition of who has more Chicago creed, right? It's unbelievable.
Dude, it's so stupid. Just happened to me just on Friday. I'm with this other kid, and the engineer, he's like within 3 minutes, he's like, "You guys from Chicago?" I'm like, "Nah, I live in Maryville." But you're from the
good move.
I go, "But you're from the South Side, huh?" And he goes, "Yeah, Mount Greenwood." And then like later he started talking to this thing, but then later on the kid was like, "Hey, how'd you know he was from the South Side?" And they always want to know if you're from Chicago, and they just want to talk about the South Side. They want you to know that they are from Beverly or Mountain Greenwood. They want you to know where they were from. It's like, it's so stupid. It's always within 5. How do you know somebody's from the South Side of Chicago? If you wait 5 minutes, they will tell you they're from the South Side of Chicago. It's not a joke. They are the worst. I can't believe that's our Pope. I cannot believe that is our Pope.
They picked the worst version of Chicagoan to be the
most
Pope.
Stereotypical, it's the worst.
Well, he's Southside, but also woke. Can you get any worse as a human being, man?
Putin, I got a place you could bomb. Please. Please. First one, please.
Send one of your drones, man. Dude, did you see the drones are becoming a huge issue in Europe? Apparently, their airports are being bombarded with drone shows, and there's all this drone activity happening constantly.
Yeah, something's got to be done to reel in that technology.
I think it's the aliens, man. You know, they're just getting ready. They're sending their probes down here, gearing us up for the big show, right?
For that 3i Atlas?
Man, come on. Yeah, here it comes, baby.
It's my favorite story this year, man.
3i Atlas finally in the news. We can get real footage of it. Did you see NASA? Finally came out. You nailed it. They said, folks, I hate to break the news to you. It's a comet. All right. It's a comet. It's cruising through here. It's an intergalactic kegger, as we all expected.
It's just a comet.
We get some grainy footage here. This is a NASA official footage of this intergalactic kegger, the one headlight cruising through our solar system. It's supposed to come by Earth still, from what I understand.
December is when you should be able to see it from America. The
That's right. Yeah, man. And I know you got your telescope, right?
Can't wait.
To check that out, if I'm not mistaken there. So pretty cool. I would argue we still don't know technically what it is. It could still... Avi Loeb is out there saying it still has some mysterious thruster going on, you know, and it's possible... No, still nothing there.
You also believe the Cubs have a chance.
That's me. Year. I predicted that. They're winning in 7 games over the New York Yankees next year.
All right.
Believe it or not. Well, there is a guy out there. He's got a foreign accent from where I'm not 100% sure.
Speaking of the Cubs, can I say something about the Bears?
Yes, dude.
The Bears get a new quarterback every 3 years.
That's right. Yes, they do. Yes.
So we got this new quarterback.
Caleb Williams.
They lose the first 2 games. And all over Chicago, everywhere you went, it was just, these bums, we never get a good team. We never get a good team. They're going to lose. They're losers. They're bums. This sucks. They're the worst team ever. Then they win 3 in a row, and all you hear is, I never doubted him for a minute. I knew this kid had it in him.
Yeah.
I knew he had it in him. You never hear me doubt the Bears. And like, dude, no, they were bums 3 weeks ago.
That's right, dude.
Now nobody ever doubted them.
It reminds me, many years ago, our dad, was out here in Denver for work. This is like 10 years ago, and he, it was in April, and he was telling me and the guys, we were out for beers, and he's like, yeah, I just got back from a work trip. I was in Arizona, got to see the Cubs play, or actually, he was back in Chicago before the work trip. And he was at the opening day for the Cubs. And this is April, typically late March, early April. Company paid for the tickets. It was back when he was with True Value. And he was telling us, yeah, they were all there. Opening day, second week of MLB season. Said the Cubs, it was a great game. They were up by a couple runs. And then sure enough, somewhere there in the 6th inning or so, the other team rallied and the Cubs were down by 4. And so what did Dad do? He said, that's it. I got up and said, bunch of bums, I'm out of here. And he left the game, declared right then and there the season was over. The Cubs were never going to win a thing. Not even worth your time to even watch the replays on the late night news. That's how bad the season was.
First week of April, tears up the ticket. Well, maybe there's next year.
Next year, right? Yeah. That's literally, he called them bums, declared the season over first week. It was unbelievable. You know what, though? He was right on the money. They ended up being one of the worst teams that year. They weren't even close to the playoffs.
Here's the best part about any Chicago team. If you just call them bums week 1, there's like an 80% chance you're going to be right.
On the money, dude. Yes, exactly.
Once in a while, they throw that curve at you. But,
Absolute bums, man. Yes. Well,
but for anybody listening, listen. Bears aren't going anywhere. They're not winning anything.
No.
They get a couple easy weeks, which they almost blow, and then all of a sudden they're the heroes.
Right. They're not going to make any kind of substantial movement in the playoffs or any of that stuff until they build the new stadium. That's how it works with the sports teams. You build the $1 billion stadium. They play a year, second or third year into that new stadium complex. You bring on the Super Bowl, right? Because then you extend the season with the playoffs. You get an extra month of games at the stadium. So that's what's going to happen. Whenever the new Bears Soldier Field is ready, you're going to get a Super Bowl within a year or 2.
Yeah, what are they going to call it? It's not going to be. It can't be Soldiers. You can't replace Soldiers Field. Is Soldiers Field.
What was the most famous black lesbian in Chicago in the last 10 years? I can only assume Lori Lightfoot Stadium.
The mascot is be that dinosaur from Land Before Time.
Well, bro,
weren't they the Lightfoots?
They were the Lightfoots, man. Yeah, the Lightfoot. Yeah, great call, man. Man, that's so funny. I'm coming out to Chicago next week, and I was doing some pregame scouting. I like to do this whenever I travel, even to places I've grown up in or been to many a times. I like to just check out local spots, bars, maybe there's something new that's in town, something we could check out. I was scoping the scene near Norwich in that kind of area. And dude, Chicago has renamed every road I used to recognize. Like the highways are DuSable something, Black Lesbian this roadway. Like, dude, I what's going on over there?
Yeah, DuSable Lakeshore Drive, Frank.
It used to be Kennedy Expressway. It was so simple. Everybody knew Kennedy.
Still the Kennedy.
Yeah, right. No, there's some new Black Lesbian name involved on a stretch of the Kennedy near Norwich. Oh, I'm telling you, dude. Yeah, dude, on the maps, it says something different, man.
I wouldn't be surprised.
It's Google Maps. I mean, they turned Turkey into Turkey without telling anybody.
Right.
So,
but then everybody got mad at Gulf of America. That was the bridge too far.
Totally forget. Wow. Innocent times, bro. That was like 10 months ago, man.
A better time.
Simpler days, my man.
Gulf of Mexico.
That's when we were just getting mad over little things like the Gulf of Mexico, Gulf of America. Really funny stuff, dude. Speaking of Kennedy, though, 62nd anniversary this weekend. The shot heard round the world. Yes, sir, dude. This is the anniversary of the Kennedy assassination. I was watching some Roger Stone earlier today. He has a book out. It's considered to be one of the more kind of right on the money theories when it comes to the assassination of JFK. His book predominantly declares that LBJ was the mastermind of the Kennedy assassination. And all roads lead to Lyndon Baines Johnson.
Which is CIA.
Yes. No. Roger Stone explicitly says it was a faction of the CIA with LBJ. And probably some mafioso action involved on some level, but definitely LBJ and the CIA. They organized, planned, and perpetrated the assassination on JFK. Apparently, LBJ is the reason why they took a certain route on the motorcade versus a more secure route. Apparently, this is according to Roger Stone and his investigation into the whole thing, but allegedly there was originally supposed to be a dome, plastic dome over the car, and LBJ's people had it removed right before the motorcade. So there's a lot of weird stuff, and then even the moment there's a famous photograph of LBJ being sworn in as president, and allegedly that whole moment wasn't even necessary according to the laws and
with the blood on the dress and she
still
was
on
there.
Her dress. Yeah, apparently that was all for show, and it was actually just a show of force by LBJ to prove to the Kennedys and everyone else, like, I'm in power now, and this is a new America. I stand by the fact that the Kennedy assassination was a coup d'etat. And
100%.
It was the CIA.
And we've never been the same since.
No, we've literally never been the same.
Every election after that has been between CIA and CIA, except for when the FBI got their guy in.
Dude, it's spy versus spy from the Mad Magazine comics, 100%. Man. It's literally what it is, dude. But anyways.
If you just Google LBJ, you go to his Wikipedia, he just looks like a evil.
I know. LBJ is an interesting. Johnson has one of my favorite quotes when it comes to presidents, which is he would always whip out his penis and ask reporters if they've ever seen anything so big. That's a power move, my man. That is a powerful move. You know who's looking back longingly on those days? Louis C.K. Right? He's just like, the glory days, man.
I could have been president. I was born too late. Poor Louis.
Yeah, man, he missed his mark, dude, just a little bit.
Well,
right
Louis fucked up because it was hard and he was jerking off.
Yes,
like a flaccid penis, funny. Hard penis, sexual assault.
Is a monster flaccid penis funny? I don't know. Small penis, kind of hilarious.
Either way, if you can be a joke, right? Flaccid penis, prop in a joke. Hard penis, sexual harassment.
Good call. Right. It's all based
large or small. Flaccid penis could be funny when executed properly.
Right. That's right. I mean, unless you are Willem Dafoe and you pull out that flaccid penis and you just confuse the entire set,
You
right?
confuse them. Yeah, the girls faint. They don't know what to
Right.
do.
Don't know how to handle themselves. Never seen something so big. I don't know what to think anymore.
Changed my whole perspective on reality. Willem Dafoe.
Oh man. Well, speaking of reality, we're living in weird times now because the MAGA movement is splintering. I'm not going to do the. Did we do enough with the Atlas? Are we good on the Atlas?
Yeah,
We're
it's
good
just
on
it's
the
nothing. It's a
Atlas.
comment.
All right,
It's a
all right,
comment.
all
It's
right.
got all the telltale signs of a comment.
Absolutely.
It's got a little bit of a more metallic structure.
It's not a spaceship, unfortunately. I had a clip of a remote viewer who claims that it was a spaceship containing 500 million Draco reptilians.
Color me surprised. That's another one where like I would have been if you were like the remote viewer was right.
Right.
Like, yeah, no, he's wrong. He's wrong. Just like we got a guy who believes in divining rods. Do you know what those are?
I am not familiar with this, actually. Enlighten me, please.
Divining rods, they like used to use them for like finding water. There's just two brass or copper rods
All
that
right.
you walk, and then when you're like over a water or over what you're looking for, they cross, and then it's like right there. So like here I am with this camera that's $10,000. You know what I mean? With with a monitor that's 5,000, the locator that's 1,800. I'm like, and I'm like, yeah, no, your water line is right here. And then this fucking guy comes out of his truck with these two fucking copper rods, look like two coat hangers bent, and he's like, yeah, I think he's right. Yeah, of course I'm right, because I got fucking $18,000 worth of equipment here finding this pipe. It wasn't your rods.
I don't know. Sometimes I'm a big believer in the holistic methods, my man. So maybe sometimes you get the rods and the poles, and the frequencies are of the universe, right?
We always argue about it, and I always tell him, because you always pull them off after I already marked where the location is.
Right.
And he's like, yeah, but I'm not doing it. They're just doing it. Like, I don't care.
Oh, it's like a Ouija board, man.
Yeah,
like
I fucking already marked where the water is, and then you're like, oh yeah, see, they work. Like, you're doing it. Go fuck yourself, dude.
I'm a huge fan of these rods. I'm gonna get some for myself. Just
I fucking hate people sometimes.
He's just a holistic, universal frequency kind of dude, man. Right? That's what he's.
No,
into.
but he's the same guy who'd be like, "Have you tried acupuncture for that? What am I, a fag? I gotta try that bullshit. What's that? Like, wait, okay, well, divining rods work, but this ancient Chinese medicine, no.
No, you gotta do the sound wave technology for your tennis elbow.
The
That's what you gotta do. Sound wave technology, bro.
The same guys who don't believe in none of that, right? They go out there with these two rods. Oh yeah, I think it is right here.
Yeah,
of course.
I like the rod thing, man. I'm into the rods, man. I would take you, the rod father, to be down with the rods, man.
I'm an anti-rod father. You know, that's it.
Well, speaking of holistic,
it's actually a misnomer, because they always call the rodding machine like the cable. They either call it a cable or a rod, and it's actually a spring. It's not a cable, not a rod.
You call it a rod, but it's really a spring.
I'm just saying.
Classic nerd. Yeah. Well, Mike, I think you're right. Oh, I think you're right on the money, man. And when it comes to accuracy and holistic mumbo jumbo nonsense and all that jazz, I mean, is there anyone more in tune to that world than Marjorie Taylor Greene of Georgia, who has now announced she is resigning from Congress? Oh,
is that real? She's really resigning?
Oh, we were so close.
I thought that was a joke. She's actually resigning, huh?
She's resigning, and apparently she's doing it. The timing's a little weird, according to a lot of the naysayers and the anti-MTGs out there. They're saying, hey, she's pulling a fast one on the public, and she's coincidentally, leaving office 2 days after her pension kicks in. So she's going to get free checks from the government from here on out.
Not mad at her.
Smart move in my book.
Not mad at her.
Did you watch her? Pension? She had a 10-minute goodbye farewell speech video that she put out on social media. It was pretty.
I didn't see it.
I saw it. I thought it was.
What's going to happen? She's going to write a book.
Yes, she's definitely going to write a book. Not just that. I mean, people are saying she probably has a future on MSNBC or MSNBC.
Somebody's going to pick
CNN.
her up.
I could see CNN going down with that.
Nah, yeah, she'll be at Fox News.
She's going to be on TV, most likely.
Yeah, that's a good call,
She's
probably.
got a career ahead of herself. But she did this video, and I thought I saved it, but not a huge deal. She said some really interesting stuff, though, but there's a point where she lists a few of her bills that she has sent forward and said that they're collecting dust and they're never going to be called upon by the Speaker of the House. When it comes to being in Congress and putting forth bills, the Speaker has to be willing to bring them up for a vote. And a lot of times, most of these bills end up in a pile, and the Speaker just ignores them, never calls them. They go on their recess for Christmas and all that stuff, and then they never vote on the bill. So unfortunately, in that stack of bills that she lists, she doesn't mention it in her farewell video, but to many folks like myself who are obsessed with the chemtrails and the geoengineering and weather modification, HR 4405, the Clear Skies Act, is in that pile collecting dust. I hate to break it to you folks out there, but I don't think they're going to ever end the geoengineering thing.
Never.
We had one shot there. It was MTG. It was her bill, and it's going to just disappear probably when they go on their holiday vacation. And when they get back, there'll be no MTG to push for it. She's resigning and saying goodbye. So
that's crazy.
I could see her and Massey starting their own political movement, a third party, if you will, maybe a successor to the MAGA thing. You know, you have all these people that are really ragging on the MAGA thing, you know, the Israel taking over MAGA. Maybe MTG with Fuentes and the Groypers and, you know, all these other people on the fringe, right? Maybe they'll get together and do their third party America First, which I think would be kind of cool. I mean, it'd be nice to have some people that want to do stuff for the people, right? Isn't that what we're supposed to vote for when it comes to representation?
Yeah. Dude, I don't know. I'm no fan of the power that Israel seems to have over certain leaders, but MAGA is ridiculous. I like don't even think it exists or matter.
Well, I think MAGA is the inflammatory nickname America First is giving to MAGA now. People who are still riding the bandwagon with Trump.
Yeah. Come on. Because he gave money to Israel?
Well, no, he's doing whatever Netanyahu. Every time Bibi needs a new favor, he shows up at the doorstep of the White House.
Oh, I agree, but that favor is kind of helping our economy.
True. Yeah, that's possible. Absolutely. I mean, war is what keeps this thing moving, man. We're a war machine, baby.
What is more America First than selling more weapons to conquer Muslim countries?
Great call. Absolutely. Yeah.
You know?
I mean, we're almost a Muslim country now. We got Mamdani in New York, right?
Oh, dude, Mamdani.
Sharia law spreading like wildfire. Right?
Okay, so Mamdani meets President Trump. Who won? They're all like trying to claim that it was like. So on the left, they're claiming it was this huge victory, and look at Mamdani, he is the leader, and all that, and like, you know. And then on the right, they're just like, no, Trump kind of made a mockery out of him. The best part of the whole meeting was when the reporter asked him, like, you called Trump a fascist. And Trump was like, no, you can say it. It's okay.
It's the highlight of the meeting.
He's like, yeah, go ahead, say it.
There's a couple things here about this Mamdani situation with Trump, and I don't understand why people in the media aren't catching on to it, or maybe they're trying to not let viewers catch on and the regular public. But Mamdani, and we talked about this, is left Trump. He's populist Trump on the left side. So
from New York.
But, you know, his lock her up chant was free bus rides, right? That was his lock her up.
Dude, they're both rich kids from New York.
Yes, absolutely, man. These are two kids with silver spoons up their butts, man, from the day they were born, dude. Both of them. And what happened when they got together? Shockingly, they got along because they're both rich kids from New York, man. They're the same guy. They're literally the same guy. And I thought this was probably the funniest part of the entire thing. It got the most press, as it should be. Let's entertain it. It's very quick.
He asked about your comment calling the president a fascist, and your answer was, "Both President Trump and I have been clear about our positions and our views." Mm-hmm. Are you affirming that you think President Trump is a fascist?
I've spoken about...
That's okay. You can just say yes.
Okay.
So.
All right.
Okay. That's easier.
It's easier than explaining it. I don't mind.
Yeah.
Like, how could you watch that and then listen to all the people who are like, he's losing his mind. This is dementia on. Look at him. He's so self-aware in that. Like, he knows you guys are like, he knows Mamdani is gonna spit some bullshit and then later on call him a fascist anyways.
Which he
Just
did.
say it.
He
Just
went
say it.
today. He was on the news channels, all of them. He was doing the cycle, and they asked him, "Do you still believe he's a fascist?" And Mamdani's like, "Yes, I do believe he's a fascist." Okay.
It's just easier, right?
To me, this is like it's like we're seeing behind the curtain of the WWE, and they don't hate each other. These are actors. They're putting on a show, man. Okay.
Like Hillary Clinton was probably, or not Hillary, Obama was probably partying with McCain. And he was like, "Hey, man, I didn't mean to call you a Nazi lover." You know, and McCain's just like, "Yeah, don't worry, I didn't mean to call you the N-word." You know. Trump's just the only one who's doing it out in the open. Like, it's okay. We're buddies. We're gonna eat dinner later. But you can call me the fascist.
Trump literally did WWE. It's one of the most funny things to come out of it when they did the head shaving of McMahon, and it was just like,
yes, that was the funny.
He comes from this world, dude. He's an entertainer, dude. Trump's the most entertaining president, maybe in all of history. But
did we ever talk about why he ran for president?
It was the Obama.
No.
They always say it was Obama ragging on him at the correspondence dinner. I know that's...
But why did he throw the first rally and actually throw his head in the ring?
I don't know, actually.
So he was about to get fired from The Apprentice. They wanted to go a different way. So he held a rally in order to show the executives at ABC or NBC, whatever it was, that he was still popular.
Yes.
And then so many more people showed up that they thought was possible. He was like, maybe I could actually run for president.
Yes.
And then just said, fuck The Apprentice. I'm running for
man.
president.
Yes. Dude,
that's hilarious.
According to Roger Stone, Trump has had aspirations to be president since the early 90s.
Yeah, but he never really realized it was possible until he had that first rally.
That's amazing. But also, do you think there's some element of maybe like Obama and then Clinton coming down the pike and he's just like, I got to run. I might be the only chance to actually save this country from some sort of leftist takeover.
No, I think it was a total coincidence. He realized he might be able to win. And then he got I forgot the guy's name. He was the one who like ran his first campaign in the beginning. And he was telling him, if you're going to run, there's 16 candidates on the Republican Party. Run as a Republican. Go for it. He was a Democrat his whole life.
I know. That's what's so crazy about Trump. And why people are like, oh, it's amazing he's getting along with Mamdani. They had like a bro session. They are elitist Democrats from New York City. They're
from New York. He's a rich kid
guy.
from New York. Like, he's your demo. What are you talking about? I don't understand.
Pretty funny stuff.
The demographic of a Democrat voter is the richest people who are trying to feel better about themselves, and then the poor people who need the handouts. That is literally a Democrat voter.
Yes. So funny, man. Mamdani, though, a lot of people really got freaked out about this guy and this socialist movement, which I still think is a little troubling that so many Democratic voters and young people under the age of 30 are really embracing socialism. They simply do not understand what comes with socialism.
Did you see that poll that came out, like, of college graduates? More than half of them believe communism is the best form of government.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And that, like, democratic socialism is the best. Dude,
unbelievable.
I can't say it enough. Canada can have free healthcare. These European countries could have this free healthcare, all is good, loving society, because we protect the world.
Right. Yes.
You know what I'm saying? We spend all of our money on the military to protect everybody.
Absolutely, man. And
in our own interest. I'm not saying we're these angels. We're doing it so that we could keep our dollar, the most valuable dollar, and then force you to trade in our dollar. But,
absolutely. No,
but still, you can only have your society because we exist.
this democratic socialism movement, which is very tied into this Islamist movement that's sweeping over the United States,
Yeah.
the youth has been captivated by it and captured by it. And I remember we were sitting here, man, 2 years ago when out of nowhere, seemingly, these college students had their own kafifas and were celebrating for Palestine, and you had gays for Palestine, and they were supporting Hamas, and it just seemed really bizarre. Like, how did this happen? How did our youth get so corrupted so fast and believe so hard in communism, socialism, Islamicism? I mean, we were seeing white suburban rich kids converting to Islam on these campuses.
Wearing the kafiyas.
Yes,
the
totally
kafifas
nuts.
is the craziest thing.
Did you read this article that I sent you from New York Post? What a deep dive, a phenomenal read. I highly recommend it to everybody out there. Qatar pumping tens of billions into universities to help Muslim Brotherhood weaken U.S. and, quote, destroy democracy. Yeah, man. And this, like I said, a huge deep dive. They really kind of hammer out some of the important statistics and facts behind what's been going on for several years, if not a decade plus. Allegedly, the Al Thani royal family, which runs Qatar, and this Qatari foundation funneled over $20 billion, and they're actually speculating potentially up to $100 billion into American universities to push the Muslim Brotherhood ideology. Barack Obama is in the Muslim Brotherhood, and so is Zoran Mamdani. He's part of this Muslim Brotherhood. Muslim Brotherhood just declared a terrorist organization by Governor Greg Abbott in Texas.
Hot Wheels?
Hot Wheels, man. Yeah.
Hot Wheels.
It's a great nickname, right? Come on, man. You got to embrace it if you're Hot Wheels Abbott, right?
He should dress his thing up like a Hot Wheels.
Just get some flame stickers on there, right? Some decals, man. Yeah. Totally nuts, though, because we were, again, following this during the protests that were going on in these college campuses. And as the article goes on to say, some of the major recipients were Cornell University, which is a major hotspot for CIA recruitment. Cornell University,
really?
Yeah, Cornell University, $10 billion, including $2.2 billion for a Qatar-based medical school, $1 billion for Middle Eastern studies and diplomacy programs at Georgetown, and $1.3 million for 500 plus research products, including dual-use military and nuclear applications. So we have Qatar working with our universities to develop nuclear and medical technology.
Damn.
Yeah, man.
And they're opening up an Air Force base here.
That's right, dude. And we're getting their plane for Air Force One, if I'm not mistaken. But ultimately, this just opens up, I think, a clearer picture on what was going on last summer, or was it last year or 2 years ago, when we had all the nut jobs on the universities wearing the kafifas and the masks and supporting the Palestinians, the gays for Hamas.
From the river to the sea. And
from the river.
Didn't even know what river or what sea or what they were talking
Yes, man.
about. But yeah, from the river to the sea.
It is the Muslim Brotherhood, and the Muslim Brotherhood will be pretty soon declared a terrorist organization by the Trump administration. But I just think it needs to be said and remembered that Zoran Mamdani and Barack Obama, well known to be a part of the Muslim Brotherhood, and it's speculated that John Brennan, former head of the CIA, also in the Muslim Brotherhood, which is pretty crazy. No, I think he's a declared Muslim, actually, if I'm not mistaken, with John Brennan.
We should just make the whole religion a terrorist organization.
I think we should just ban Islam from America. That might be the only way forward for us. No. We're allowed to be what you want. Yeah, that's one more Charlie Kirk, my man, and you're on notice, Jews.
That's strike one.
Oh, man. Well, speaking of Charlie Kirk, the saga continues, Mike. Have you been following this gravy train of conspiracy theory, man? Come on.
Daily Wire, just hire Candace Owens again so we don't have to listen to her. Come on.
Have you
I
been
love how Candace Owens is like, can you believe the Daily Wire? They just don't want to talk about the truth. They fired me because I just want to tell the truth. The First Lady of France is a woman. Charlie Kirk was killed by Israel. Maybe it is the truth, but nobody wants to die on those hills with you, you know?
Yes, absolutely. And not only that, I have a clip of Candace. Do you want to get down on this dirty?
Dude, I didn't even see her on the I just knew it was going to be Candace because she's the only one talking about it.
So I've brought this up before, but when it comes to podcasting, I believe it's really important to have a buffer, have a secondary partner on there to just kind of maybe even
to reel it in.
To just indicate you're going a little off the rails there, guy, right?
Yes. Throw a joke in, maybe, you know.
Soften it up.
You get a little far with the chemtrails. Hey, man, you know.
You're looking a little sunburned there, fella. Right? So, you know, you got it.
For a guy who never sees the sun.
That's right. Exactly. A little buffer, right? Bring me back down
Mike
to
Tyson
earth.
Back there.
Exactly. You got to bring me back down to earth. And unfortunately, Candace doesn't have that buffer. She doesn't have that partner to bring her back down to earth. And so eventually, when you're just swimming in this cloud of conspiracy, it all just swirls together and just becomes one gigantic, nonsensical super conspiracy. You turn into Alex Jones eventually.
Right.
Yeah,
good call.
You get some winners for sure. Water turning the frogs gay, right? Jews behind 9/11, right? He hits the mark a few times, but then everywhere else, you know.
Then you get a Sandy Hook.
You end up with a Sandy Hook.
Which again might be right. Not willing to die on that hill with him.
We don't have $4 billion to sacrifice to a lawsuit, unfortunately. Right?
Nobody's dying on that hill with you.
So Candace here, just losing her mind, too focused on Charlie Kirk and the Jews and Brigitte Macron's penis. I mean, there's just too much going on. It's swirling around in his head.
Can I say something though about Alex Jones? We should have known the frogs turning gay was true because right away all the media ran with it and made it a joke. And it kind of makes me second guess the Marjorie Taylor Greene Jewish space laser.
Absolutely.
Like, they just ran with it and it had to be, you know, so absurd.
Yes.
Like, maybe, I'm starting to think maybe they do have a Jewish space laser. Like,
bro, every time they mock what is said, you know it's true. Look at how they reacted to Tucker Carlson doing an hour on chemtrails. Are they lambasted? Even Babylon B went after him, dude. Like, okay, well,
and 9/11, they went after him for the 9/11 thing.
Dude, like, absolutely. No. Every time they criticize and send their forces out, the media, the social media, legacy media, everyone, they start mocking it. That's how you know it's true because they've run out of credible reasons to deny or to distract, so they have to mock you and make an example out of you, a laughing stock. And so, you know, all of a sudden, Tucker Carlson says something on chemtrails. Oh, they start bringing out the flat Earth theory stuff, you know, just to really, you know, make him seem extra silly.
Think about it, even with Alex Jones, like they never mocked him about the Sandy Hook thing.
No, they sued him.
They sued him.
That's when you really hit the mark, they tried to destroy your entire life. Right?
Oh, they cost you $1 billion.
Yes, right.
Even the FBI gets their cut. Not a joke. Look it up.
I know.
But the FBI agent won part of that settlement.
Sandy Hook's one of the craziest things to unfold. And the craziest part about Sandy Hook is how they basically made it all about Alex Jones.
It shut him down. Oh, you would think he's the killer. Nobody remembers the killer.
He has people come up to him on the street asking why he killed those poor kids. And he's like,
because dude, if everybody knew anything about the killer, there'd be a lot of questions being asked.
Like, why were there multiple killers? Why were there 2 guys in black army fatigues running from the school that was caught on camera, right? Like, we have a lot of questions here.
A lot of questions.
Why was the dad, right before giving his tear-felt, you know, plea to the public, why was he caught laughing and joking around and yucking it up with the people when he thought he was off camera, right?
I know. And you kill these kids and 2 of them just happen to have pictures with Obama? I got no pictures with Obama.
Yeah, man. And the
I
other...
don't know any kids with pictures with Obama.
What about the victims hanging out with the folks who died in the Challenger explosion, right? That's like crazy to me. What's going on here? Just kidding, folks. That's not real. Don't sue me. I don't have $1 billion. unless we sign with our Chinese overlords. Hiroshima!
Please.
All right. Well, all jokes aside, this is serious. Candace, she's losing her mind, so we need to support her in this time of need. But we got Candace here. Mike,
this is the first time I've ever seen her not pregnant. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you're right. She's pumping them out, man. Well, here's Candace, and she's linking all the theories together. Oh, and it's like not loading now all of a sudden. I might have lost
You got the buffer. Oh.
How did that happen? Dude, that means she might be on the money with this one, man.
Oh my god, she's
Holy
right. Or
cow.
Macron's watching the show.
Let's see here. Wow.
How do you say sorry in French? Oui. I don't know.
Oui.
Escargot.
Man, I'm getting full buffer on the Candace clip. That's crazy. You know what's interesting is I think the video might have been deleted because all the other ones are. Wow.
Maybe.
I'm blown away by that one, man. Holy cow. That's crazy. That means she's right on the money. So, Candace, I guess I'll just have to give the lowdown in my own words. Candace Owens on her show declared that through her processes of exploring who killed Charlie Kirk, she believes Charlie Kirk was assassinated by a hit squad hired by the Macrons because Charlie Kirk was going to reveal information that Brigitte Macron is a man and has a penis.
And they're also going to kill her.
And they are also going to kill her.
There's a mission out.
There is a
Have
mission.
you ever seen the movie Hitman? That guy with the barcode is now on his way to Candace Owens.
Oh, okay, here it is. It's finally loading for some reason. But we got the lowdown. We got it already. She rants a lot, and it's kind of ridiculous, actually. So we're good. We're good on the Candace. Did we cover it, though? She's got a hit squad against her.
She's got a hit squad against her. They took out, which I don't know, man. Somebody took him out. I do not believe this story.
It's not the kid that they told us.
But he's still alive.
Why
would they leave him alive?
I don't think they play by those rules anymore, to be totally honest. I feel like that's old school. Now, it's a new world now. And so they let the guy live. He's MK Ultra'd and brainwashed. And that was part of it. Candace believes that there's an MK Ultra aspect to the Macrons, and via MK Ultra, ipso facto, Charlie Kirk was assassinated, and the whole thing has to do with Candace being the future Charlie Kirk. And so now she's going to be murdered. It's too much for me, man. I can't be locked in onto all
Plus,
that.
That's the most unbelievable thing I've ever heard, Frank. Ben Shapiro's going to be the next Charlie Kirk. He did everything he could to fucking steal his audience and swoop in there.
What do you mean, Mike? He picked up that blood-soaked microphone right off the ground and
he talked about
marched with it as if it was still soaking with the blood, baby.
I will take that blood-soaked microphone and continue the tour of the colleges.
Continue to convince young white people that Jews are their friends.
You won't stop me. I'm not scared. I have better security. You should see my stats. It's 20 giant guys.
No, dude. Ben Shapiro isn't scared about being murdered by Mossad, right? He's got no problems there. He is Mossad.
Now you see that guy on my security staff, the third one from the left? Yeah, he's the one that he did the fatal shot. He's the one that hit the neck.
He's the mystery guy from behind that nobody pays attention to. Yes,
the other two guys over there, they're the ones that planted the gun in the woods. Come on. Yeah, of course he's not scared.
The fucking Ben Shapiro, man, couldn't wait, dude. I mean, they were hauling Charlie's body into the car to take him to the hospital, and he's like, "We got that blood-soaked microphone in my hand already."
No. Has it been 5 minutes? Yeah, he just released another episode about the special of Charlie Kirk. It's insane. Get the fuck out of here.
Don't worry, BB, we're on it. We got that blood-soaked microphone. The blood-soaked microphone where he left it. So gross, dude.
Dude, he's too much.
But
it's too much.
Still a lot of questions. Candace clearly struggling to link it all together, and then somehow has to loop her own self into the story because that's what Candace Owens does. She's always a part of the story, right? And we're not talking about Brigitte Macron's penis. No, we're talking about how they're suing Candace Owens for talking about her penis, right? That's how it always goes with these podcast influencers. They have to be roped up. Steven Crowder does this all the time. He's not getting enough views anymore, so he's like, "Oh, I'm in the story now. Oh, they're stopping me." All right. But what is interesting about Charlie Kirk and the assassination attempt on Trump is there's a connection, which nobody seems to be talking about.
What's that? CIA? Oh.
No, we all know it's FBI.
Right.
Or no, maybe it is CIA. We're not
with Mossad.
I mean, we're not. Yeah, the CIA Mossad kind of relationship here. No, there's apparently a commonality, a common trait here shared between both assassinations or the attempt, but both killers. And obviously, when it comes to Thomas Crooks or anything with Charlie Kirk, you can really only go to Fox News for real coverage of it.
God, I hope it's not what's his name.
And you know exactly what I have. Oh, you know it.
What's this guy's name?
You know it. You feel it.
I can't remember his name. It's like fucking something stupid.
We're gonna get wet with this one, folks. It's time to dip into some Jesse Waters.
Jesse Waters.
Fox News alert.
Good call. His show should be calling "Getting Wet with Waters."
Well, no, he should at least have a commercial, and he turns to the camera and says, "Are you wet yet? Right? Feeling wet?"
He should sell the water.
Waters. Jesse Waters. Yeah, with electrolytes, right? It gets you a little more hydrated than usual. Jesse Waters here giving us the lowdown on a...
he's like he's the inverse Pinocchio, because he's like slowly turning into the doll. You look at him with the makeup. He was a real boy. Now he's starting to look big. Now he's starting to turn into this wooden sculpture.
And the more he lies, the more tan he gets. That's kind of the effect that happens. Everybody's so...
Look at him, dude.
Where do these all these people live in places where they must not be chemtrailing like they do here in Colorado? It's unbelievable.
Oh, they're not sunburned like you, huh?
That's right, dude.
Wannabe assassins said online, giving us a look inside the shooter's mind and motive. After Biden's FBI told us there was nothing there.
In terms of what we've been able to find so far, a lot of the usual repositories of information have not yielded anything notable in terms of motive or like ideology.
A week after that, the deputy director told us Crooks was just a bigot.
There were over 700 comments posted from this account. Some of these comments, if ultimately attributable to the shooter, appear to reflect...
Who's that guy with the blue tie? He's in both clips.
He's probably the alien controlling their minds and telling them what to say, right? Have you seen the video of that one psycho chick behind one of the representatives, and she's like mouthing every word in real time and like clearly like
the witch?
I think those are the real reptilians, the Draco reptilians running things, right?
You don't ever worry about the guy at the microphone. Worry about the guy behind him.
Yes.
There's always somebody behind him. Like, who's this guy? He had the same expression in the last clip. Go back like 5 seconds.
That's the handler, bro. What do you mean? Like, that's obviously the CIA handler.
Oh,
right
good
there.
Call, dude. It's the same guy. He's in the same position. Same expression. Same fucking tie.
Wow.
Hey, Bobby, come on, man. When we said blend in, get a variety of ties.
I know. Or goatee for one, full beard for the other, you know. The kids, the young fellas, they're doing the mustache now, right?
Come on, man. It's too obvious. Same
Great
tie.
call, dude. Holy cow.
Told us Crooks was just a bigot.
Yeah. There were over 700 comments posted.
Totally the handler, dude.
He's even sitting there like, no, I'm not the guy from the other video. I am totally different guy.
Wow, man.
From this account. Some of these comments, if ultimately attributable to the shooter, appear to reflect anti-Semitic and anti-immigration themes, to espouse political violence, and are described as extreme in nature.
But this isn't exactly the full story. Miranda Devine of the New York Post, building on Tucker's report last week, showing Matthew Crooks had 17 online accounts on sites like YouTube and Snapchat and Discord. Surprisingly, 5 years before the shooting, he was praising Donald Trump, calling the president the literal definition of patriotism. He wrote threats, but not aimed at Trump. Look at this. Murder the Democrats, he said in December 2019. A few months later, he wrote this. I hope a quick, painful death to all the deplorable immigrants and anti-Trump congresswomen who don't deserve anything this country has given them. But in 2020, something changed. He set his sights on Trump. He started calling the president racist and stupid. He hated Trump and his voters.
Wow, you know what happened in 2020? Catch up on the wall.
Catch up on the wall. No, dude, they set up all the 5G towers, man.
Right.
Yeah, they got that 5G going through us. Come on.
I mean, maybe this guy was just crazy and didn't care who he killed. You know, he just wanted to kill somebody.
Very possible, but I'm really big on the MKUltra chaos mind control element. I think 2020 through 2022 was a perfect opportunity for our government to manipulate people and implement various psyops on society.
It was one big psyop.
Absolutely.
How can you people call others sheep, but you are too brainwashed to realize how dumb you are? I mean, literally, you guys sound like a cult at times. By the summer, he became even more unhinged. Look at this. The only way to fight the government is with terrorism-style attacks. Sneak a bomb into an essential building and set it off before anyone sees you.
It's crazy because they said this guy had no online presence a year ago. Like he was a ghost, and it seemed bizarre because
you were talking about that online presence where he's threatened to bomb buildings and murder people of opposite political beliefs. I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about like a cooking channel on YouTube.
Yes,
no cooking channel. He did have the social media where he threatened people with different beliefs. Yes.
Left-wing extremist terrorism. Yeah, maybe a little bit.
Well, at first it was right-wing, and then he turned left-wing in 2020. Right. Yeah, that he had.
So
Frank,
now
next time be more specific with the question. Is really the problem.
No, but it's starting to seem pretty apparent why they covered up his online activity for over a year, let us forget about the guy, and now we'll release it. Kind of like that mystery manifesto from the church shooter from a year or two ago.
Oh, the tranny?
Exactly, man. Yeah. They had to disguise the tranny aspect and then not release the manifesto for
As I remember,
a year.
there was no manifesto, then there was a manifesto, but it was written by the Clintons. And then
right,
finally
yes.
they released it. Seems to be a trend nowadays.
It was a fake manifesto written by the Democrats. Yeah, exactly, man. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Track down any important people, politicians, military leaders, and try to assassinate them. Crooks also had a trans connection, like alleged Charlie Kirk assassin Tyler Robinson. Crooks appears to have been interested in furries.
Excuse me?
Wow.
I gotta tell you, man, maybe
there's anything wrong with that.
Maybe this guy's just a fair weather fan. Like when Trump was president, all right, we love the Republicans, we love Trump. And then Biden wins, he's like, you know what? We should kill those Republicans.
Yeah, man. Because it was hip.
Because it was hip.
Yeah.
He's just trying to be loved, you know?
Now he's down with the furries.
Down with the furries.
I think this is a strange connection, to be totally honest. In my mind, this indicates well, first of all, how is it a coincidence that two assassins for two assassinations, both targeted towards Republicans, they're both in this furry community? Kind of strange, man. So that means we just had a furry convention here in Denver a few months back. I know someone who attended it.
Shut the fuck up. Is this really that big of a deal?
It's a thing. Yeah, furries are a thing. This is a community. It's an online community of people who are exploring these new realms of sexuality that involve these costumes and all this stuff.
But you're still like fucking humans.
Yeah, but you're doing drugs and you're going to clubs and raves and you're on ketamine and
you're
acid and you're dressed as an animal and you're having sex with whoever, right? Because everyone's polyamorous and into all these other groups, man.
Humans are animals.
Right, and
so we are an animal.
We have tailbones because we used to have tails, right?
You
Isn't
just
that
get naked and then you're dressed as an animal?
Well, they like the furry head hat thing. They got the there's a whole thing. I don't actually understand it.
Whole thing, yeah.
But what I find fascinating is young people are into this phenomenon, and it just happens that two assassinations in 2 years, both assassins into the furry community.
That's weird.
So there's got to be
That's weird.
an avenue within this social group that the FBI and the CIA have decided we found a vulnerable class of society that we can infiltrate through this community and convince them to do whatever we please. This is how we're going to perform our false flags. You know, with Oswald back in those days, he had to go through communist groups and all that stuff. But now, no, we're going through these sexual communities.
The furry groups, right.
The furries, man. So we're going to tap into these furry groups. We'll be going to these conventions. We'll send our agents there. They'll befriend these kids, these loners, these losers who are struggling to meet people, right? All of a sudden now, oh, I'm a furry, you're a furry, we're friends. I don't care if you're in the CIA as long as you're a furry, right? Hey, you know it's fun to be a furry and to kill people. You want to start going to the shooting range? Oh, all right, sure. Yeah, sounds good.
You ever thought about bombing a building?
Yeah,
Federal building?
Smoke this meth, right? Smoke this crack. It's safer than alcohol, all right?
Good call.
I've been really fascinated with the modern era of MKUltra. There's still MKUltra going on. Candace Owens is claiming via court documents that the Macrons are tied into their own element of MKUltra. You know, MKUltra is just a good catch-all phrase for mind manipulation and psyoping of society via the intelligence agencies. So, you know, I think online is the best way to psyop people and to manipulate minds, man. You probably don't even need super fancy frequency wave technology.
No,
you could just give them information that sways them one way or another. And we're already isolated and depressed and alone and addicted to our devices. That's all you really need right there to convince people to go.
I mean, so bad that young men are listening to Nick Fuentes.
I know.
It's not hard to manipulate them. They're looking up to Nick Fuentes and Andrew Tate. They're screaming, "Somebody give me a male role model," you know?
Right. Well, Scott Galloway's out there. He wrote the book. He was on Adam Carolla's show this week.
Great episode. Holy
Wonderful
shit.
What an
Can
interview.
we get more discussions like that? Two guys on opposite sides of the political aisle.
Complete spectrum opposites, man. Absolutely.
Coming together. And I love it because, and this is what I've said it before about Scott Galloway, is like the reason I can listen to him and everything. Me and him agree 100% on the facts and the statistics, disagree on the opinion of what should be done.
Yeah, also we disagree with him on how we got here.
That's
also a part of it.
Because that's really an opinion. You can't really prove
right.
Causation. But I do like the fact that he will entertain the other side's beliefs. And he understands that it's your opinion. I disagree with it. That's your opinion, though. Let's at least agree on if we're in a society where we can't even agree on the facts. Remember during 2020, it became truth versus facts?
Yes, that's right, man.
Your truth, right?
Yes, absolutely. Oh, drink bleach. Did he say to ingest bleach or inject bleach? Yes or no?
It was your truth.
What's your truth
maybe
with
not
that
the
one?
fact.
Yes.
It was your truth. Like, that's at least Scott Galloway is somebody on the left too. Which Democrats, take note of him, man. This is the guy you should be putting out there.
Absolutely. And take a play out of that playbook. Go on to shows like Adam Carolla,
Bill Maher.
Right? Yeah. Bill Maher, I disagree with a lot, but I actually enjoy his Club Random. He had Patton Oswalt on there,
was crazy,
which was hilarious because that is if you want a good gauge on how far left the left really went, go watch the interview of Bill Maher, liberal, with leftist Patton Oswalt. My God, could they be any more different? They don't agree on reality anymore, man. It's crazy.
No, but that's the problem. Bill Maher, I believe, is as far left as you can go and still be rational and sane.
Yes.
And Patton Oswalt is where like our parents and the other boomers are.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what I mean? Off the deep end.
Inject bleed. But even
Looney
Bill Maher
Tunes.
gets that way on certain topics.
Absolutely.
Like Jan 6, but he's even come around to start calling Jan 6 a riot.
For sure. And what I liked with the Galloway interview on Adam Carolla's show was where they both agreed on affirmative action. And it kind of shocked me, but I think we can all agree that, and Scott Galloway, I thought, phrased it best. He said, affirmative action needs to be based on color, not the color of your skin, but the color of money and how much of it you have. And we should be providing opportunity for people who are stuck in poverty. And they may be white or Asian or Indian or black or Hispanic. They will be a wide spectrum of skin colors and ethnicities. But what we need to do is help raise the poor in this country, not just specifically raise black, because he gave a great example of, black people who are raised in suburbia in rich families getting to use affirmative action to get a free ride to Harvard, and like that shouldn't be allowed.
No,
right?
Jaden Smith shouldn't be allowed affirmative action.
Jaden Smith should not be allowed in any university. Actually, just keep Jaden Smith.
All the Smiths. Can we just
get Jaden Smith with Abrigo Garcia and just send him with him wherever you're sending Abrigo Garcia. Put Jaden Smith on that, man.
Nah, but I'm just saying, you can't tell me. I know millions of white people that had way harder times than Jaden Smith, right?
Absolutely.
So help them get into universities.
Yes,
I agree.
No, that's what I was shocked.
Agree.
I'll be honest too. I never even thought of it from that perspective, but I think Scott Galloway is right, and that's where. It's funny, we need to come to the middle with all this stuff, which is, we shouldn't be giving out blanket handouts to just groups and communities because of the color of their skin or any of that crap.
It doesn't make sense.
But we shouldn't be withholding opportunity for people either. There should be a criteria to where, okay, you know what? Some of us who do have more and are doing well should be able to provide a little bit of help to these other groups. But if we're doing it based on skin color or sexual orientation or any of that crap, well, we're going to run into a lot of people abusing the system because they're going to just take advantage of the fact that I'm black or whatever.
Well, people are going to claim they're black when they're not. That's like, you know what I mean? You get.
We had someone run for president this last election just claiming they were black, man.
You do get a lot of that. A lot of people claiming to be Indian.
Yes. Yeah.
Native
absolutely.
American. That was a great podcast.
Absolutely, man.
I like Scott Galloway. I do too. I think he's one of the sane people on the left, along with Bill Maher.
Brings a refreshing perspective, which is funny because then you go to the flip side and you have Sonny Hostin on The View who just goes out there, like I said, total
raise their hand
and just basically says, actually, you know what? This whole country's fucking racist.
Do you know what's funny? You know who I haven't heard of in a long time? Ibram X. Kendi.
Yes! Wow! Yeah, man!
Trump is a job killer because Ibram X. Kendi lost his job when Trump took over. What happened to that?
No, the jig was up a long time ago. He was a race hustler through and through, man.
Baby.
Yes.
Come on.
It was a race hustle. The race hustle's over, man. I think people have had enough of the race hustle. We're tired of
black fatigue.
The black fatigue, dude. That's literally what it is.
Come on.
And this is part of the black fatigue.
This is
Sonny Hostin on The View, which we don't do The View anymore, unfortunately. They're just.
But you always have to preface it with, this is Sonny Hostin, the black female who's a millionaire and gets paid millions of dollars to be on TV just to give her stupid opinion.
Absolutely. Great call, dude. And she's complaining about how systemically racist this country is.
How black people can't get ahead.
Based on racism and slavery and founded in it. There is systemic racism
and misogyny.
And there are people that I've never met anyone that raises their hand and says, I am racist. However, there are people seem to be able to.
Yeah, Nick Fuentes is out there every day being like, I'm racist, man. We gotta get rid of all you people.
Him and the Groypers.
Look the other way when it comes to racism. So you have a president who traffics in misogyny, who traffics in xenophobia, who traffics in sexism,
and won
against a black woman. So don't tell me that this country is ready for a black woman.
Yeah, Mike, trafficked in misogyny and racism. And Sonny Hostin here trafficking in race hustling. That's what she's doing.
It's so insane. And it's not that I don't know, man. It's not that that America's not ready for a woman or ready for a black woman. Just put one up that's worth it.
MTG,
You know what I'm
baby,
saying?
bring me MTG, yeah.
Put up a female that, I mean, Michelle Obama is not, I don't know. Hillary Clinton was
Hillary
a terrible
Clinton-
candidate.
No, they haven't brought a, even on the right, man. Sarah Palin, what were you guys
I
thinking,
know, what
dude?
were you thinking?
Come
there were
on.
so many better ones out there.
Well,
Yeah, that
why
was
is
insane.
Tulsi Gabbard kryptonite to both parties? I don't get this at all.
Because she's too centrist.
I mean, she's the best candidate that any side could run because literally fought. Wasn't she in Iraq war? If I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure there was an Iraq war situation with Tulsi Gabbard. If not, she at least served the country
She
on some
served,
level.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, but they just haven't really offered up a good candidate. But don't worry, folks. You know what's coming down the pike on 2028.
Big Mike.
No, they're not going to run Big Mike. They can't.
Man, come
They
on.
can't. No, there's no way.
You know we're getting Big Mike.
There's
Or my favorite, Jasmine Crockett, who is all over the news this week. Mike, have you been
The best thing the right can do is just let her keep talking.
let her run?
What the fuck?
In fact,
I
start
hope she runs.
I just donated to her campaign actually in 2028. I'm like all in on Jasmine Crockett.
Oh my god.
If you want to gift the presidential election in 2028 to the Republicans, run a solid Crockett AOC ticket for us, please. Just
please
give it to us, man.
Although I had a theory a long time ago that they ran Joe Biden because they knew the economy was going to collapse, and they kind of just been postponing it. And then now, I don't know.
No, I agree with you, actually. I think that was part of it, because they could have just dropped that bomb on Biden, and he was done anyways after the one term. There was no way they could run him again. They knew it back then.
Yeah,
So-
but I think that, it's hard to predict markets. But I think this, I think this collapse has been coming. They've been releasing information that already 2025 was bad for like the housing market,
Right on.
and all that. So, hey, I gotta end this. Sorry.
Oh, it's over, huh? No
Yeah,
way. You're
yeah.
pissed me, huh? All right, all
My
right.
shit's getting destroyed.
All right, man. Unfortunately, we'll have to wait for next
I'm
time.
sorry. Let's do the Jasmine Crockett. Let's do the Jasmine.
Are you
Crockett.
sure?
We'll do the-
Yeah, I don't want to keep you. I know,
Yeah,
you're a
but then
busy
this'll be
guy.
it.
All right, this is it. We're gonna do the Jasmine Crockett dance. Do you want to do the one you sent me or the one from the CNN where she gets called out on her nonsense?
The one I sent you. Yeah.
All right, that's the quicker one, I think. That's how much Jasmine Crockett is going down out there.
She's
by the
all
way.
over.
She's just spreading the retard love everywhere she can go.
This is so funny.
We are being entertained at all times. We're going to close out with some Crockett here. Here we go. And let me make sure I got all the settings ready. And you got your cat about to destroy everything. So we will Crockett away here.
They not even going, honestly, they're about to outlaw the idea of white supremacy and white hate. Like they are about to be like, oh, that's not a thing. Forget the fact that you're talking about getting rid of like the classification for nooses in a time in which we have seen these random black bodies be strung up down south. Also,
Frank, what year are we living in? What year are we living in? Do you want to know how I know there's not black bodies being strung up in the South? Because it would be all over the fucking. It's 2025.
It's all they would talk about.
Listen. If there was a black body hanging in the South, it would be all over the news.
Dude, there wasn't even a body. There was a piece of rope inadvertently hung that looked like a noose.
By a
and
black man.
That's all we talked about with the end. What was it? Bubba Gump or whatever that guy's name was. Bubba Frank. It was like a light that got looped on itself, hanging from a garage.
It was the pull cord for the garage door.
We talked about this.
It was shaped like a noose. Not only that, dude, there was a black guy who hung up 2 ropes in a park so he could use them for exercising. They said it was nooses. He admitted it was him. It was a black guy. They still did the investigation. What the fuck are you talking about? Black bodies being hung up? Black bodies being strung up in the South, Frank.
Like, I mean, I'm sorry. Has there been a noose with a body hanging from it in the last 50 years? Honestly, like, it seems like every time there's
How many white
newsworthy
people around still know how to do a noose?
Oh, dude, great call.
No, I don't think any white man I hang out with knows how to tie a noose.
Certainly not here in Colorado. We're 3/4. We drive our Subarus out here, man. Nobody's tying anything.
White men in Colorado are getting beat up by 14-year-old girls. They're not hanging black men.
Seemingly at a time in which you're back in office, because what you do is you embolden the hate. You embolden everybody to take off their hoods. That is what he has done. He is the one that is producing this violence. Listen, dude. They not
Wow, take off the
hoods,
hoods,
the KKK
bro.
is back, Frank. It's
Wow.
fucking black bodies.
Yeah, but what she doesn't
strung up in
understand
the
is
South.
we voted for the guy who said there's good people on both sides, baby. Come on. We voted for him. Yeah.
The things that they're talking about is this one guy. He clearly, we talked about it on here. He clearly hung himself.
This is the kid who killed himself. Yeah.
He killed himself on a
And-
college campus.
Right.
It's sad. It's
Is that-
sad. What's sad is that you guys aren't even addressing the real problem. Is you're making it impossible for young men, to be successful.
Yes.
Right?
Absolutely.
You're holding them back, and you're boosting up all these women, and then these men can't get dates because all the women are more successful. It's sad. That's the saddest part. The guy hung himself, and you guys are trying to say that it's race. It's not racism, bitch. I don't understand. Dude, I'm at a loss. We literally, not only did the white people let you into the universities, they lowered the standards to get you into the university.
Exactly, dude. Yes.
How unracist can we be? We're kicking out Asians who score better than you.
I mean, we lowered the testing standards, so now reading and math proficiency is at like 30% in our regular
30%.
in the elementary and high schools, just so we can get you to the point of affirmative actioning you to the university, man. All standards have been lowered at all levels.
Yes.
It's crazy.
I was
And
just
now-
talking to this kid who's like super rich, and he ended up doing nothing with his life. He's kind of, I mean, if you're on a job site with me, you're a loser. And he got into Harvard.
Wow. All right, man. Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, I got a 32 on my ACTs. 32. How the fuck did you get into Harvard?
There's only one way. Yeah.
His dad went to Harvard.
All right. Yeah.
So he got in with a 32. And then I said, how many Asians do you think got a 36 and didn't get in? And we just all had a good laugh at that.
Yeah, that's
But
right,
it's
man.
fucking true. That's racism.
Good call. Absolutely.
Right? How many
Yeah.
black people got a 36 and didn't get in? 0. If you got a 36, you're black, and you applied for Harvard, you're in.
Great
you're
call,
in class
man.
right now.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? There's no other. It's black people, stop complaining. Take advantage of the of the opportunities.
You live in
right?
the best country in the world, and you don't have these opportunities in any other country. That's why they're lining up at the border, breaking down fences to get in here, man.
Yes. Stop mooching off the government. Stop asking for reparations and welfare checks. Get married. Have it before you have the kids. Go to college. It is literally easier for you to get in, and that's not me just saying it. They lowered the standards.
Absolutely.
All right, I gotta go.
All right. And if you need to succeed in life, just be a gun runner and a pedophile, and you can run an island and avoid all repercussions.
We didn't even talk about Epstein. We gotta talk about it next time.
There won't be a next time. That's it for Epstein, honestly. I don't think we'll ever see anything from Epstein, but we gotta go. Mike, he's a busy guy, apparently. Too busy for the show. I mean, we can cut it down. We cut it down to 1 day a week. We'll cut it down to half a day a week. That's what we'll
don't
do.
worry. This mistake will never happen again. I'll never make this mistake again. Trust me. It's
We will be back next
idea.
week, though. This week I will be out of town. We're going to visit the Chicagoland area for the Thanksgiving. It is Thanksgiving this week. I wish everybody a wonderful holiday. Spend time with friends and family. Do yourself a favor, and a favor to those you love. Don't talk about Trump for fucking 24 hours. Just give it a break. Talk about everything else. There's so much more going on in the world than Trump. So lay off the Trump talk at Thanksgiving this year.
talk about something everybody could agree on. The Jews.
The Jews. And
unifying.
And the most bipartisan topic of all time, Jeffrey Epstein. We can all agree we want to see the Epstein files, right?
Yeah,
we'll never
for
see
sure.
him, but we all want to see him.
We want him.
Thanks again. Hope everybody has a great week. And thanks for joining for the last hour or so. And we had some good times and some great oldies. DJ Rodfather here going to play us off. We'll see you on Sunday, folks. Happy holidays. Happy Thanksgiving. We'll see you then.
Greatest album of all time.
Boston, Boston. I felt it too. Hell yeah, man.
Came up on the shuffle.
Oh, we didn't have much money. We barely made enough to survive. But when we got up on stage, we got ready to play. People came alive. Rock and roll land, everybody's waiting, getting crazy, anticipating love and music. Play, yeah, 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 yeah. Dancing in the streets of Hyannis, we were getting pretty good at the game. People stood in line and didn't seem to mind. You know, everybody knew our name. Living on rock and roll music, never worried about the things we were missing. When we got